Zachary High School. This is Game Time on YurView, brought to you by McDonald's. We are at Zachary High School to start off the 2024 postseason play in Louisiana. Zachary, a team that knows how to make some deep runs in the playoffs, and they'll be taking on a stingy team from Lake Charles, the Sam Houston Broncos. Hello, everyone. Jeff Lerm along with my broadcast partner, Greg Bowser. For Zachary, they've won 4 state championships, but this season, the end did not go very well for them. They lost to Catholic High last week, lost to Central 2 weeks ago. Meanwhile, Sam Houston coming off a big win against their crosstown rival, Barb.
Well, Sam Houston's got their offense going. I mean, they're averaging about 35 points a game, so it's going to be exciting to watch them play, see if they can put up some good points. And, of course, Zachary, they're no slouch. They're going to score some points as well. They're scoring about 32 points a game. But what's interesting is look at what the defenses are doing. They're giving up a bunch of points, so this could be a shootout.
It certainly could, and the two teams have outstanding running backs. First of all, for Sam Houston, it's Drew Bailey.
But Drew Bailey is a good running back. He's one of those kind of short running backs get lost in the crowd. You know, just when you think you got him down, he pops out the other side and all of a sudden makes a big run. This is an exciting play from him right here.
DeVecchio Ruffin then for the Zachary Broncos. What a game he had last week against Catholic High when he accounted for 6 touchdowns.
DeVecchio Ruffin, he's averaging 9 yards every time he touches the football. So you want to get him the ball a lot. He can do a lot of things for him. You know, he's just one of those guys that they want to have ready. And the other thing is they've got the same starting 5 offensive linemen have been in all year for them. So that offensive line is exciting. When you watch it, Jeff, you can see the experience up there.
And both teams have senior quarterbacks. Kevin Stout for Sam Houston and Caleb Gonzalez for the Zachary Broncos. We're moments away from kickoff in this Division I non-select battle. We'll have it right after this.
Game Time on YurView is brought to you by McDonald's. Download the McDonald's app today and get free large fries with $1 minimum purchase. Butcher Air Conditioning, a name you can trust. Egan Insurance, a Hickenbotham partner, family to family, business to business. Gidry's Catfish, feeding your family like ours since 1976.
Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge, progress and performance that never stands still.
Catch every game live or on demand at watch.yurview.com.
At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! That's it! Good job! Good job!
Bring it higher.
Turn it up, boy! Get it done!
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration, we are ready to serve your AC heating needs.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
Sam Houston Broncos, the 19th seed in the Division I non-select state championships. Never won a state title. They are led by 4th-year head coach Chad Davis, and head to Zachary Broncos, a 4-time state champion. Got to the state championship game last year. Last time they won was in 2021. Let's bring in our champion here of our broadcast team. That is the former LSU Tiger and Parkview Baptist Eagle, Derry Beckwith.
For both Sam Houston and Zachary, the playoffs means a new season. But with the new season comes higher stakes. In order for each team to come out with a victory tonight, they must do 3 things. They must execute their game plan at a high level. The play calling needs to be highly efficient. And each team needs to eliminate turnovers and mistakes. Whoever does that will be moving on. Who doesn't will be packing up their bags and going home. Back to you, Jeff.
Let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Egan Insurance. Egan Insurance, a Higginbotham partner, family to family.
Sam Houston, they like the big plays in the passing game. They like to get the ball down the field, stretch you out a little bit. And for them defensively, they've got to stop this running attack of Zachary, because if you don't, Zachary will keep it all night. We talked about how well they ran the ball in the last football game. Get to Zachary, they want to run the ball. That's their whole thing. They want to use those backs and punish and keep the ball away from the offense. And on the other hand, they've got to get off the field on third down. Coach was complaining that a week ago they couldn't get off the field on third down. They kept giving up first downs, and that's the key. If you can hold them on third down and get off the field, that's one of the things that you have to do if you're Zachary.
Last week, the Zachary Broncos gave up 73 points to the Catholic High Bears. 73-55 was the final score in that game. And you're right, Catholic High burned them on third down situations. The Bears were 11 of 13 in that game on third down. But it's going to be the Zachary offense that we'll see first. Sam Houston won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. So the Broncos from Lake Charles, this is a senior-laden team. They are not going to be intimidated at all playing at a place like Zachary High School. They are ready to go. Wilson Bell has the ball teed up. He has 18 touchbacks on the season. And this should be a fantastic football game. We're expecting a lot of points in this one. The Zachary Broncos, not only did they have that loss to Catholic High, but they lost to Central a couple weeks ago, so they entered the postseason with a 2-game losing streak.
Well, if you look at the playoffs, again, as Derek talked about, this is the second season now. Now you got to start over. You press the reset button. Forget about what you did during the regular season. Put it all together. Focus on the playoff, the season that matters.
David Brewerton in his 10th season won his first state championship in his second season at 2015. Also led Livonia to a state championship game appearance. All right, we're about ready to go here. Wilson Bell now getting ready to boot this football. Nice night for football. 61 degrees here in Zachary. A sky kick, and it's handled by Zachary. And Zachary's had its issues on special teams, but they handled that very well as Sam Houston trying to come out with a surprise attack there. Malachi Langford, though, was ready for it. Here's Caleb Gonzalez. Gonzalez threw for over 1,000 yards as a junior, 2,400 yards as a senior. Got banged up last week. There was a question on whether he would even play tonight, but here he is. He's ready to go. And for Gonzalez, he's had a very nice season for the Zachary Broncos. 1,500 yards passing, just 3 interceptions. He can run it a little bit, over 100 yards rushing on the year.
You know, it's playoff time. Everybody got to get over the bumps and bruises and put it all on the line.
DeVecchio Ruffin will get the carry as we are underway, and he splits a little gap there and finds about 8 yards across the middle of the field, and that's what he does. He averages 9 yards a carry, as Greg was saying. So Ruffin, Christian Brooks, Trey Cheney, Traylon Sepp, Jaden Cockerham are your wide receivers. On that offensive line, Travian Richard is expected to be a big-time recruit for them. Over at right tackle, they also have Braden White, KJ Bailey, Ian Boyd, and Clifton Webb, who's a senior at 6'3", 290 pounds. It is 2nd down and 3 here for the Broncos, and Gonzalez will throw. He's got time, and he heaves one deep downfield and hits his man in stride. Trey Cheney, touchdown, Zachary.
Well, that's a good throw and catch. If he had a man beat one step, that's all it took. But he's going to get a 15-yard unsportsmanlike after a dead ball foul here on this one.
53-yard touchdown pass. You're right. A little excessive celebration there with the spinning of the football in the end zone. But the young man is excited. Chris Forcade is our referee.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 8.
And there you take a look at David Brewerton. He doesn't like that, but he loves this. Beautiful pass here for Gonzalez, his 15th touchdown pass of the year.
That's a good pass by Gonzalez. He just led him a little bit just to get him away from the defensive back.
Beat Philip O'Neill, the defensive back for Sam Houston. Rafael Costa now here on the extra point try. And that one will get through the uprights. And what a start for the Zachary Broncos. This has been an offense that has scored a lot of touchdowns on long drives. They haven't had many quick scoring drives, but here they have one tonight. And that actually kind of follows up what they did against Catholic High. They had a lot of quick 1, 2, 3 play scoring drive. So maybe something brewing here for Zachary as far as having that quick scoring potential.
Well, we'll see if their running game opens up. Now that you know they can throw the ball deep, Sam Houston's going to have to play the pass. But right here, they just catch him in man-to-man coverage. He's got single coverage to the outside, and he just throws it out there and leaves his receiver 2 steps ahead of the defensive back. Easy throw for a touchdown.
Now for Sam Houston, they knew they were not going to come into this game being intimidated at all, but this is not a good way to start the game. How do you rebound after something like that, Greg?
Well, I think you just don't worry about it. It's one play, one series. Now you go out there with your offense and you take the ball and you put it in the end zone, and the game's still tied up.
All right, so now for Zachary, Rafael Costa has it teed up. And earlier this season, kickoff coverage was not very pretty for the Zachary Broncos, but Coach David Brewerton says it has gotten better. Now they'll be kicking it off from the 25 thanks to the 15-yard penalty on the unsportsmanlike penalty with the excessive celebration.
So it should give Sam Houston decent field position to start this drive.
And this one will be returned all the way from the 15-yard line. It's going to be Drew Bailey. Drew Bailey trying to turn the corner. He's got good speed and able to get all the way up to the 37-yard line as he was finally angled out of bounds by Cade Russell. There's a look at the Hampton Automotive scoring drive. It's a 2-play drive. Trey Chaney on the 53-yard touchdown catch after it was started by the 7-yard run from Ruffin. So we'll see Sam Houston's offense and Gavin Stout, their senior quarterback. There's a good look at the young man. 1,700 yards passing, 16 touchdowns. He's completed 63% of his passes, and he can run it as well. He's averaging 8 yards a carry, 255 yards rushing. He's been a starter for Sam Houston since his freshman season. The starter went down with an injury midway through it, and Gavin Stout's been the guy since then. Last year, Sam Houston hosted a playoff game and ended up losing to Mandeville in the first round, so got upset by the Skippers. And again, searching for that first win on the 5A level. Stout puts Bailey in motion, so empty backfield. Stout steps up in the pocket, now has to roam out of the pocket. Will try to pick up what he can and does a nice job showing that athletic ability there, Greg.
It's a good job of reading it that time. Most quarterbacks would try to force it, and Stout did a good job of not forcing it, just running with the football and get what you can.
Our starting lineups brought to you by Nick's Refrigeration, your comfort specialist. Drew Bailey, Drew Joniak, Aiden Rose, Cooper Weiserman, Ty Stout, Davis Monso, Strickland Smith, and Albert Simeon. He is a very good prospect as far as a sophomore offensive lineman, a guy that could be one of the best, highest signed recruits that Sam Houston has ever had as far as going to a SEC school. Let's take a look at the Broncos defense, allowing 23 points a game. Hamilton, Thomas, Posey as your defensive line. Shellmeyer and Tyson Kimball along with Michael Sepps and Isaiah Stokes. Shellmeyer and Stokes are your outside linebackers, and then Smith, Hogan, McKnight, and then Clyde Jones, a 5'9" junior. Third down, our first third down of the night. Again, Zachary could not get off the field on third down last week. Let's see if they can do it here. Well, running around the right, and it's going to be very, very close.
I think they got him short.
Bailey looked like he was going to get the first down, but then Zachary was able to get quickly to the ball carrier, and it is going to set up fourth down here for Sam Houston. Nice job defensively there by Zachary Hogan.
Sam Houston's going to leave their offense on the field on a 4th down and 1.
So 4th and 1 here, big play early in this game. Sam Houston out of the shotgun formation. And they'll go straight ahead, and it's going to be very, very close. But I think he's got it based on the spot from the official on the far side. But
I think
Drew Bailey really had to earn that yard.
Yeah, the official on the near side is the one I think that's spotting the ball. And where he's putting the ball, that's going to be short of the first down.
Well, yeah, you're right about that. They needed to get to the 48, and where the near side official spotted it, it's short of the 48. So they'll call for a measurement, and this could be really a devastating start for Sam Houston. You give up a touchdown in the second play from scrimmage, and then go for it on 4th down near midfield. And if you don't pick it up,
I think it's going to be just short, I believe, by about a yard. And if you're Zachary, you got to be ecstatic by that defensive stance right there.
Oh, yeah, especially after last week. And he does not get the first down. What a great job for this Zachary Broncos defense. You give up 73 points last week, and you make a statement early in this game, Greg.
Yeah, this is a defense, again, look, giving up a lot of points during the game, during the season, and so they really have to step it up when they got to the playoffs, make sure that they tighten up the running game, against the front against the running game.
There's a look at Caleb Gonzalez. He's been a constant for him. He's played very well, just to 3 interceptions. Visited Louisiana Tech on a recruiting trip. He's gotten much stronger during his time at Zachary. He's originally from Texas. First down and 10 at the 47. Play action fake. They're going deep again. Trying to hit him once again. Almost deja vu. Trey Cheney as he is down to the 2-yard line. Wow, they are throwing some haymakers early here for Zachary, and that gives us a chance to take a look at our Quest Pediatric Fan Cam. Discover the Quest difference now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas.
Again, it's just play action. Looks like he had man-to-man coverage, but there was help on the inside. The receiver just ran right past the free safety.
First and goal at the 2. What a start here for Zachary. 2 long passes to Cheney. Now they're inside the Hope Credit Union red zone. First and goal from the 2-yard line. They hand it off to Ruffin. Ruffin fights his way into the end zone, and the Broncos are up 13-0.
Well, you come out of your Broncos, you run 3 offensive plays, and you're up 13-0.
Ruffin's 19th rushing touchdown of the season. And you couldn't start this one any better than the Zachary Broncos have started this one here tonight. So Rafael Costa will try the extra point.
He gives new meaning to a fast start.
And that extra point is good. And Zachary up 14-0. Caleb Gonzalez and Trey Cheney hooking up twice on the deep ball. And the Broncos are up by 2 touchdowns.
If it weren't a drink from McDonald's, you wouldn't try this hard.
Right now, order any size frozen drink or iced coffee for just $1.99 or get a medium lemonade for $2.49. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
There are many signs to help protect us from harm, to warn us from harming ourselves, or prevent us from harming others. But sometimes the best sign is the one that protects you from things you never knew or even thought would hurt you. Egan Insurance, the sign of quality insurance protection since 1954.
I am a Mercedes girl. I like the way the C-Class drives, and of course I like the looks of it too. It fits me and I fit in it.
Lease and save at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Offer ends September 30th.
All smiles on that Zachary sideline right now. That is Caleb Gonzalez, who has thrown 2 deep passes here. One went for a touchdown to Trey Cheney. The second one sets up the touchdown run for Ruffin, and that's your Hampton Automotive scoring drive. Let's send it down to Derry Beckwith. Derry, we had an outstanding atmosphere last week at Alexandria Senior High, and here in South Louisiana, this is as good as it gets.
It's a great atmosphere, and talk about a tale of 2 games for Zachary. Last week against Catholic High, they go down 17-0. This game, they're up 14-0. So you know Coach Brewerton last week challenged them to come out to get a fast start, and specifically, he challenged their defense, and so far, they made a great stop on their first drive.
Good point, Terry, because he said in the 3 losses that Zachary has suffered this season, they got down early, fell behind by 15 to Acadiana. You just mentioned what happened to Catholic High. Central also a very slow start and a 14-3 loss to the Wildcats. This one's going to be returned out to the 24-yard line. And now for Sam Houston, Greg, you're almost looking at a must-scoring drive here. You got to somehow turn the momentum.
Well, if you don't score, you have to at least pick up a couple of first downs just to keep the defense from getting back out on the field so quickly.
The head coach for Sam Houston, who is in his 4th season, that's Chad Davis. He's the former offensive coordinator at Sam Houston. He's a Baton Rouge guy. He was the last class at Bishop Sullivan. And then he went on to be a wide receiver at McNeese, a graduate assistant at McNeese. Was an offensive coordinator at St. Michael for a period of time. And now here he is. He's been at Sam Houston since 2017. Stout waits for the snap, and he'll play action fake. Zips it over the middle, and it's complete. Big play here for the Sam Houston Broncos as it's out all the way across the 45 to the 46. And a very good job there for Zachary as Ty Stout makes the catch. And that's a good start here for Sam Houston.
That's a good start. The quarterback had a big line of vision to his wide receiver.
And that is on RHD First Down. Resources for human development. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. First down and 10 from the 44-yard line. They throw it out to the flat, and this is Drew Trone, a transfer from ERAP. There is a flag on the play as well, so we'll have to see what that's about.
From where the official threw it, it's either going to be a chop block or a holding. It was on the interior offensive line.
That's the last thing, again, Sam Houston needs as they're trying to build a little momentum here down early, 14-0. Legal man downfield, so they're going to push him back.
If Sam Houston, you've got to get something going. You got to again, pick up a couple of first downs, get your defense some rest. You're going to wave it off because they wave the flag off because they're saying the pass was thrown behind the line.
Exactly.
It's not ineligible.
So that helps out Sam Houston a bit. They end up getting 3 yards as you take a look at Gavin Stout. Manages the game well, very smart player, doesn't force anything.
That's one of the things the coaches really liked about him is that he takes care of the football and knows how to get him in and out of bad situations.
Gets rid of the football, controls the tempo, controls the player's attitude. Here is Bailey, nice little move, and running hard off that left side, gets close to the first down marker. He's going to be a yard shy. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
This play was designed to go inside, but Bailey did a good job of noticing the hole was out to his left, and he bounced it out, picked up good yards, bringing in close 3rd down situation, 3rd and 1.
So 3rd down and 1. Let's see if they give it to Bailey. Again, they had 3rd and short on their first drive of the night. Ended up getting turned away on downs. Another hard run here for Bailey, and he's just going to power his way and get the first down. He gets a little help from his offensive line who pushes him forward to the 43-yard line, but that will move the chains for Sam Houston.
The offensive line is not going to be denied that first down. They got him just pushing forward. You watch him all pile up here. Bailey, they got him stopped right here. He stopped, saw the first down, and his offensive lineman come in and help him from behind.
So that is another resources for human development first down. Bring in a new running back, Emmanuel Hanning. Play action fake, another pass over the middle. Good hands there by Ty Stout. Sure-handed guy, runs really good routes. They're very precise, and Coach Davis told me he's got the best hands on the team, and he shows it right there.
And he just reaches out and plucks the ball out of the air. That's what you want to see from your wide receiver. If you get the ball near him, he can catch it.
First down and 10 at the 32 as Drew Bailey is back out there. And Bailey running up the middle, and man, did he get hit hard. Only got a yard. Good job by the Zachary Broncos defense there, shutting down that play. The guy there, Michael Sepps, the senior linebacker, making the hit. Only a gain of yard here for Drew Bailey. Drew Bailey has had over 100 yards rushing in every game except one this season, or except two, excuse me. And what a way he started the season against Leesville. 310 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns. Second down and 9 here for Sam Houston. Barking out the singles is Stout. Stout now from the pocket. He goes deep and he misses his receiver. Aiden Rose had a step on the receiver, or on the defensive back, I should say, but Stout overshot him.
Well, Aiden Rose is going to be complaining about the defensive back grabbing and holding him. But he had him open, just missed it.
Pressure up the middle there by Calvin Duncan, a sophomore defensive lineman. Third down and 9, probably 4-down territory here for Sam Houston. Down by 2 touchdowns, halfway through this opening quarter of this first-round playoff game in Division I non-select. Rose in motion here to the near side. And they'll roll here to the near side. Stout, they're throwing back to the other way, and they get the ball in space, but a great open field tackle. That was beautiful there by Jeremiah Smith, the defender, and that will set up 4th down and 6.
This play looked like it had a chance to really pick up big yards. You watch him half roll on one side. It looks like he's got plenty of room on the other side. He got plenty of white shirts out in front of him. But he can't get away from him. Good open field tackle.
So 4th down and 6. Here in the corral, as they call it at Zachary. Second 4th down opportunity here for Sam Houston. Stout, again, will roll to the near side. Nobody's open. Now he's going to have to run for it, and he can't get anywhere near even the line of scrimmage as Michael Setz comes up and makes another big stop. And once again, Sam Houston turns it over on downs.
Well, you know, Coach Bulletin talked about his defense and having a hustle. Watch how many green shirts you see going to the ball. They're running to the ball, but they're covering on the backside. There's nowhere to go with the football. And then look at this. You get a sack and get the ball back.
We'll take a break. 5:08 to go in the opening quarter, and an impressive start for the Broncos.
From now on, it's all about us. Starting a family, buying a car, our first home.
They told you to open an account, then turned you away. They said, come back when you're ready. You said, we're ready now.
I know we're going to make it.
Hope makes it happen. Thousands of your neighbors, many who never had a bank account before, improved their lives with Hope Credit Union. You can too. Brighter futures begin with Hope.
We've known you for a few years now, so let's do kind of a lightning round.
Think of it as a 2-minute drill, but with questions.
Ooh,
okay.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs. Spicy or mild?
Spicy.
Crawfish or shrimp?
Boiled crawfish.
Your favorite holiday?
Mardi Gras for sure.
You've been hurt in an accident. What's the next thing that you do?
That's a no-brainer. Call the Board Earls at all 7s.
Bonus question.
Favorite attorney, David
or Digger?
I plead the 5th.
Well played.
Wise choice.
2 drives for Sam Houston tonight, and in both cases, turnover on downs. Nowhere to throw here for Gavin Stout.
Well, you got to know where you are down in distance-wise as a quarterback. You've got to throw that ball somewhere. Try to get it fitted into somebody. You're going to turn it over on downs anyway. Give your receivers a chance to help you out and make a catch.
Michael steps in on that tackle, one of the standout players, a 3.5 GPA, a wrestler, a power lifter, an all-district linebacker for the Zachary Broncos. They go back to the running game. They've only run, 5 plays here tonight? The Vecchio Ruffin on the carry there. That was the 5th play of the night for Zachary. And coming into that drive, they've been 50% on scoring on their plays tonight so far, Greg.
Not a bad average. Keep that up.
Only a gain of a yard there for Ruffin. Again, 1,100 yards rushing for Ruffin. Ruffin really did not become a starter until midway in the season, and he has put up some big-time stats for Zachary. 2nd down and 9. They should score on this play based on what they've been doing. And there goes Ruffin! He's in the open field. He's got a one-man to beat. Ruffin into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
Well, they're going to make a habit. They're going to score on every 3rd play from scrimmage. Every 3rd play, they score a touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. 6 plays from scrimmage. 3 of them are touchdowns. And let's take a look at another Quest Pediatric fan cam, as that one went 68 yards there for Ruffin. And what a night here for the Broncos. Discover the Quest difference now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas.
You know, looking at this game, Jeff, you got to look up at the scoreboard and remember we're still in the 1st quarter.
I know. I mean, just impressive stuff there for Ruffin. That's his longest rushing play, or longest rush of the season. Extra point try here from Costa. And that's through the uprights. What an impressive start here for Zachary. Another Hampton Automotive scoring drive. 2 plays, 69 yards, and he went 68 on the touchdown. That is now 20 touchdowns on the season for Ruffin.
At the Vector Ruffin, he just says, you watch this, it's a little counter play, almost like a sprint draw, and he cuts back. This is where he just uses all speed. Nobody even touched him going through the line of scrimmage. The blocking was so good up front.
I mean, this is a kid that's just kind of waited his turn to play here. Again, he was split in time with another running back in the pre-district, but became the full-time starter in Week 6. And let's bring in Derry Beckwith with this ITI Technical College sideline report. Derry, what a start here for the Zachary Broncos.
They have responded extremely well from last week. I just asked Coach Brewerton, what did you put in the Gatorade tonight? And he just laughed. On that last touchdown run, he walked by me and winked. That lets me know that he knows his game plan is going to work, and he knows he has his guys ready to play tonight.
Well, despite the 2 losses to end the regular season, he knows that there is a certain belief here with this high school football team and this program that once you get into postseason play, the standard is you make deep runs in the postseason. Regardless of what you've done in the regular season, if you went undefeated, had a few losses, the whole idea is at least semifinals, if not the state championship game.
Yeah, you reset after the regular season and get ready for the playoffs. And at Zachary, they're no stranger to the playoffs. And when they get there, they like to make deep runs. And playing like this tonight, it's going to be tough to beat them.
I mean, when you look at who they lost to, the 3 teams they've lost to, Catholic High, Acadiana, both of those teams could find themselves in the state championship game. We saw Central earlier this season. They are very good as well. So the 3 teams Coach David Brewer's team has lost to really, really good teams. And Zachary just always seems to figure out. There's a handful of teams that always seem to figure it out come postseason time, and regardless of what has happened into the regular season. When you look at Central, Catholic, and Acadiana, all of them are top 3, 4 seeds, top 4 seeds in their respective brackets. By the way, Acadiana's going to play John Curtis next week. The Patriots won. Speaking of another team that knows how to win championships and make deep runs in the postseason, so that will be a great traditional matchup. John Curtis and Acadiana next week in the second round of the playoffs. Acadiana, of course, will be hosting as they are the higher seed. So 2nd down and 8. Sam Houston trying to get something going here now. Bailey puts his head down and he gets to the 26, and this is a huge 3rd down coming up. 3rd down and 4. Dylan Shellmeyer makes the tackle. Kid at Shellmeyer's got some good speed, and even though he was being blocked on the play, was able to get off the blocker and make the tackle. So on 3rd and 4, let's see what Sam Houston decides to draw up here.
This is another 3rd down. This is what the Coach Brewerton talked about, getting off the field on 3rd down. If Zachary can do that, get the ball back here again before the end of the first quarter.
And the pass is complete and turning upfield and getting the 1st down as Gavin Stout. Drew Dronette making the catch. Dronette, 37 catches on the season, 430 yards and 3 touchdowns. Just a safe play there, making the tackle. Kamori McKnight, but not before a 1st down there for Sam Houston. Nothing happening there for Drew Bailey, and an active night here for Dylan Shellmeyer. And David Brewerton said, hey, Isaiah Stokes and Dylan Shellmeyer, those 2 guys need to have big nights here tonight. We've already mentioned Shellmeyer's name several times in this game.
That's because Zachary wants to shut down the running game and make this Sam Houston team be one-dimensional.
2nd down and 12 now for Gavin Stout. 6 foot, 180 pounds. A co-captain for the Sam Houston team. He stands tall in the pocket, completes a pass over the middle to Aiden Rose, who's got 25 catches on the year, over 400 yards receiving, and 6 touchdowns. He's got a little height to him, does Aiden Rose. Another 3rd down here for Sam Houston. Tell you what, every drive, and this is what, the 3rd drive here for Sam Houston, but they've had to really earn every yard here tonight.
Well, I think it's got to be 2-down territory because they've got to get something going offensively. They can't give the ball back to Zachary.
They put Rose in motion. They're going to throw it again on 3rd down and incomplete. 4th down and 4, so we'll see what they do. Ty Stout, and they're going to actually bring the punt team on.
Punt it. I thought they'd go for it. Maybe if they picked up anything on 3rd down, they might have went for it. But
maybe if it was 4th and 2, something like that, they would go for it. But not in that case. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back here again. Trey Cheney is ready to return. Wilson Bell and the punt. The snap goes over his head. He got his hands on it, and this night just keeps getting worse and worse for Sam Houston. Man, could the Sam Houston Broncos get a mulligan here, Greg? This is about as bad as it gets.
Yeah, just when you think it can't get any worse, you get a bad snap over the punter's head, and he just goes down and falls on it. There's nothing else you can do.
So they are already inside the red zone. If Sam Houston's defense can ever force a turnover, this would be a good time right here. As they are inside the Hope Credit Union red zone.
Sam Houston defense is just hoping to be able to keep Zachary from running 3 plays and scoring a touchdown.
Gonzalez, he's got 1 touchdown pass and incomplete. Trying to get the ball to Christian Brooks. He was covered well there as they were trying to back shoulder throw, but this is a play they're actually supposed to score a touchdown. So this is 7 plays, 3 touchdowns. They're supposed to score every other time.
Every other time, yeah.
So it's coming right here.
This is the touchdown call?
Yeah, 2nd down and 10 at the 15.
Or as a coach, as a Zachary coach, you got to be excited about this start you got off. 21 points in the first quarter.
So on 2nd down and 10, Gonzalez keeps it. And Gonzalez is going to get stopped after 3 yards. Gonzalez, a good athlete. Played baseball, really. He grew up playing baseball. And then once he got to the 5th grade, he started playing football. And then decided, you know what? That is the sport he wanted to play. Again, he he lived in Texas before his family moved to Louisiana prior to his freshman season. He's originally from McAllen, Texas, but grew up in Lake Travis near Austin. And for the first time tonight, the Zachary Broncos are facing 3rd down, and it's the first time they've had 3 plays in a drive. Gonzalez looking to his left, feeling the pressure, now throws back the other way, and there's that interception. That's Phillip O'Neal. O'Neal streaking down the sidelines, all the way to the 50-yard line. There is a flag way behind the play, but after the interception, but that's the pick-me-up that Sam Houston needed.
Wow, what a play. This is a big play for the defense. Sets him in good field position. Hopefully, I think this penalty is going to be against Sam Houston. So it's probably after the interception. Yes. That's going to bring the ball back probably somewhere around the 40-yard line. Back on their own 40.
O'Neal's 2nd interception of the season. It comes at the right time, and Gonzalez learned the hard lesson. Throwing back against the grain is never a good idea for a quarterback.
During the return, blocking the back, defense, 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
Well, rule number 1, when you're quarterback, if you're going to throw the ball, it's a bad idea to throw it late over the middle.
Yep.
Every time you do that, bad things are going to happen.
And if you just kind of loft it up there, too.
Yeah, he can't get anything on it. You see, his feet are not square where he can get any kind of power on the football, and he just throws the interception.
And a good break on the football by Phillip O'Neal to get the much-needed turnover here. O'Neal, a small kid, but, man, he is tough and comes up with a big interception. Now, there was the penalty. So instead of starting this drive in Zachary territory, Sam Houston starts from its own 26-yard line. 1st down and 10 as Sam Houston here in the late stages of the first quarter try to get something going. Oh, all kinds of pressure here, and then trying to make the one-handed grab with Bailey. No chance there at all for Gavin Stout, and he ends up throwing it away as they were trying to set up the screen.
Well, if Gavin Stout can get this ball to Bailey, he's got plenty of room out in front of him. There are no defenders out there. He could just run for a long time, but he just couldn't get the ball to him.
And that was Isaiah Stokes who provided the pressure there on Gavin Stout, forced him to rush and throw that football. 31 seconds to go in this opening quarter, dominated by Zachary, but Sam Houston just got a big interception that they sorely needed, trying to do something with it. 2nd down and 10. More pressure. Stout gets away from it. He's just kind of bobbing and weaving back there, and now he loses the football. It goes out of bounds as he was faking like he was going to throw the ball, and it'll end up being a loss of 1 on the play as the ball just rolled out of bounds behind the 1st down, or behind the line of scrimmage.
Watch him just, the defender slapped it out of his hand.
Michael Sepps making another big play. 3rd down and 11. This is a fairly young Zachary defense. A lot of juniors on it. Actually, 8 juniors start, but Sepps is one of the few seniors, and he's had a huge first quarter here on what is senior night for Zachary. Even though it's the playoffs, they honored their seniors. They know they're playing playoff games here in Zachary, so they had an opportunity to recognize their seniors tonight. And it's led to a 21-0 lead after 1 quarter from Zachary.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it.
Boom! Hampton's hot.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we partnered with New Orleans' Health Department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a 4th branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
There's a look at the head coach for the Sam Houston Broncos, Chad Davis, in his 4th season, the former offensive coordinator, former McNeese wide receiver back in the 2000s. His team is in trouble. They're down 21-0 in this first-round playoff matchup in Division I non-select. Jeff Palermo, Greg Bowser, and Derry Beck with you from the corral here in Zachary. Getting out of harm's way is Gavin Stout. Now he heaves one downfield, and that's going to be intercepted. Did he get his hands underneath? There's flags all over the place, though. We have to see what that's all about.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a pass interference against the defense.
Oh, man, that would really bail out Sam Houston, because that play was going nowhere. Stout facing incredible pressure.
Yeah, I think Stout just tried to make something happen, and he may have gotten lucky here with the penalty call right now. Here's the call.
Pass interference. Number 17, defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Jeremiah Smith commits the penalty, and that is their second penalty for the Zachary Broncos here tonight.
I didn't think he'd catch the football, but the receiver couldn't catch the football, but it was pass interference.
So that's going to give Sam Houston a much-needed penalty, and I know what David Brewerton is thinking. First, he's not happy about the penalty call. He's going to talk to one of the officials about it, but he's sitting there saying, you know what, we're up 21-0, but we could have been up 28-0, and now we just gave them a first down on 3rd down and long on a pass interference. And these are the things that start happening when a team is able to get back into the football game. It's a Resources for Human Development first down. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. Play action fake. Stout again facing pressure. A little jump pass there. This is Weiserman. Weiserman gets all the way across the 45 to the 46-yard line. So Cooper gets his 12th catch of the season, over 200 yards passing. And a nice job here by Gavin Stout to make something happen when he had a defender right in his face.
And Cooper Weiserman did a good job of sneaking out the backfield, give your quarterback a relief valve, chance someplace to throw the football.
Manageable 2nd down and 4 here for Sam Houston. And now they go back to the ground game. Drew Bailey. Drew Bailey's got the 1st down as he runs it off the left side. Brought down by Jeremiah Smith. Also there, Cameron McKnight makes the tackle, but the chain's moving here for Sam Houston. And that is another resources for human development. 1st down, together we're better, together we're RHD. 1st and 10 at the 48.
Yeah, for Sam Houston, if he could just put a couple of 1st downs together and get a touchdown, get on the scoreboard. It's still early in this football game. You got a whole half to play.
A little motion here. And pass over the middle. A nice catch there. That was outstanding there. As Stout completing another pass. Cooper Wiersma making the catch.
I mean, that's just all hands right there. That's a good job. Watch this catch. I don't think he even thinks the ball's coming to him. All of a sudden, he just reaches out and grabs it, snatches it in.
Well, we've seen a couple nice grabs here from these Sam Houston receivers, and now they go to Drew Bailey. Drew Bailey, though, not much there as he was taken down to the turf. Tyson Kimball makes the tackle.
This Zachary defensive line is doing a good job of bottling up the run. They're not giving up anything on the ground.
Coach David Brewerton has said that this defense has been hot and cold all season. They've played really good at times, shutting out teams like Opelousas, even holding Central to 14 points, and then they give up 77 points to Catholic High. So far, they've been pretty hot here tonight, up 21-0. Putting no more pressure on Stout. Stout now has some room to run. Stout's going to pick up the 1st down. Down the sidelines he goes before he's chopped down at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Sam Houston. A nice run there by Gavin Stout as he was taken down to the ground by McKnight.
So it's a good job of not just throwing the ball up for grabs on Stout's part. He just sees it open and just takes off. Again, it's a good job of reading what's happening to you and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Kamori McKnight on the tackle. Hope Credit Union red zone here for Sam Houston. They need to cash in here. And they go to the end zone, and another nice grab by a Sam Houston receiver. It's Ty Stout making the catch, and the Sam Houston Broncos from Lake Charles are on the board.
I think it's giving him a touchdown. It looks like it's a touchdown. For a minute, the official wanted to look like he was going to spot it just short of the end zone.
17th touchdown pass of the season for Gavin Stout, and he hits Ty Stout for what is his 4th touchdown catch of the year.
I think if you Sam Houston, you got to be happy with your offense now. You found something that's working. If you throw the football on this team, running the ball is not going to work for you. Throw it, that may open up the run a little bit.
So,
missed the extra point.
They missed that extra point, so it'll still stay 21-6. As Wilson Bell misses only his 4th extra point of the season.
I think they called a timeout.
Okay.
Sam Houston did before they kicked the extra point.
Well, maybe Chad Davis knew what was coming, right?
Well, it looks like he may have been one man short out there.
Okay, well, that's not any way to do it.
But if you're Sam Houston, you got to be thinking to yourself, everything that could go wrong has gone wrong, and we're only down 14 points in the 2nd quarter.
By the way, Gavin and Ty Stout are twin brothers. So how many times have those two kids have been throwing the football around in the backyard, front yard, or wherever it may be in Lake Charles? And this most likely the last game that they play together, or could be the last game that they play together, as both of them are seniors. So they'll try this again here. Thanks to the timeout, they got another opportunity to try to put it through the uprights, but a bit of a change in momentum as it looked like Zachary was set to go up by 4 touchdowns instead of an interception by Gonzalez. Big time pickoff there by Phillip O'Neill. And then they looked like they had him stopped on 3rd down. There was DPI against Zachary, and Sam Houston takes advantage of it, and they're in the end zone.
West Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics is now booking holiday appointments. Race to book your child's next cleaning today. Whether they're needing just a quick cleaning, orthodontics, or something in between, our friendly staff will make sure your child is comfortable and taken care of. And our patients under 2 get their first visit free. Now with 2 convenient and kid-friendly locations to better serve you in Lafayette behind Dino's South and Opelousas behind Lily Pad Pediatrics right off I-49. Hurry, call or visit us online to book your child's appointment today.
Hi, Joe Martin here, and I wanted to tell you now is the time to start or go back to college. And ITI is here to help you with smaller classes, free tutoring, full-time night courses, and funding opportunities for those who qualify. We have seen thousands of our graduates obtain a better life through a 2-year technical degree. So call now or go online to ITI, where we want to see you succeed.
Our Hampton Automotive scoring drive. Nice drive there by Sam Houston. 10 plays, 74 yards. After the interception by Phillip O'Neill in the end zone. And here's another one of those sky kicks that Zachary is able to handle. And down he goes at the 35-yard line. So nice job by the kickoff coverage team to make sure nothing happened there. And so now let's see how Caleb Gonzalez rebounds after throwing that interception. Only the 4th one he's thrown this season.
Well, yeah, not for Zachary. I mean, you got to settle your defense down now. They've had a chance to be on the sideline for a little while, get the bearings. You want to come out and get a 3-and-out right here and get the ball back for your offense.
See what kind of adjustments maybe Sam Houston has been able to make since they've been able to catch their breath in this game. They run it up the middle, and here's Ruffin. Ruffin again is off to the races, tackled from behind at the 40-yard line. DeVecchio Ruffin, man, is he fun to watch. Cameron Mayo made the tackle, a junior with 40 tackles on the season.
But watch up front what happens. Those offensive linemen are blocking so well. Nobody touches DeVecchio Ruffin until he gets to the secondary.
Well, one of the concerns for Sam Houston, they got seniors all along that defensive line, but they're not very big, and they've been getting pushed around a lot this season, and that was a concern coming into tonight's game against this Zachary offense. 1st and 10 at the 41. Ruffin now trying to turn the corner, and Ruffin running downhill as he gets to the 30-yard line. That'll be a gain of 11 there for the senior running back.
I mean, that's amazing. His average is 9 yards every time he touches the ball. And look at this. He picks up over 10 yards on this play. It looked like they had him bottled up for just a second and just beat him to the corner.
Chad Davis said the main key was to slow down DeVecchio Ruffin. Not been able to do that just yet. And yes, the Zachary Broncos are coming off a loss to Catholic High, but also remember, in that loss, they scored 55 points. The week before, though, they scored 3. I don't think I've ever seen that before, where you get 3 one game and then 55 the next. There's Ruffin again in the Sam Houston secondary all the way down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 20 for DeVecchio Ruffin.
You want to watch running backs. You have really good running backs, and then you have those running backs who've got those road graders in front of them, those offensive linemen. Watch this. Nobody touches until he gets through the line of scrimmage. He's into the secondary before any defender shows up.
And they've made it back into the red zone. Sam Houston's defense wanted to make a statement here after its offense able to get on the scoreboard, but Zachary's got into the Hope Credit Union red zone, and Ruffin bangs his way to the 6-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and goal after the gain of 4 there for Ruffin.
I think Zachary's found something here. They're just going to pound the ball at him. The offensive line's taking control, and DeVecchio Ruffin saying, hey, look, I got to get my yards up, get the average up.
Only 5'5", but he runs a 4.6 in the 40. Coming off a game where he rushed for 304 yards and 6 touchdowns. And he really has helped open up this playbook for Zachary, his emergence in the second half of this season. 2nd and goal. And Ruffin keeping it, and Ruffin is going to find his way into the end zone as he carries a Sam Houston defender across the goal line, and it's 27-7 Zachary.
You watch Ruffin, once you get the football, again, he gets to the secondary before anybody touches him, and then he just uses his strength to push his way in the end zone. I think he's the only one that touched the ball on this drive.
Yeah, Coach David Brewerton, after watching Caleb Gonzalez throw an interception, said, you know what? I'm going to go to the Greg Bowser thinking of offense. Just turn around and hand off to the guy that has averaging 9 yards a carry.
When you can get 9 yards on low-risk offense,
yeah,
just turn around and hand it off.
Yeah.
Not a lot happening.
Yeah, you're right. Extra point try is good, and so Zachary has reestablished its 3-touchdown lead. We're about midway through the second quarter. It's all Broncos. DeVecchio Ruffin, 5-5, but he can find the end zone.
Game Time on Your View is brought to you by Hampton Toyota. Hampton has it. Make some epic memories this football season with cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that signature Cane sauce. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love. Resources for human development. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics. Discover the Quest difference. Now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas.
I'm fixin' to celebrate in flavor. Be king of grill night. And best of all, I'm fixin' to make fun memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Our U.S. farm-raised tender Louisiana catfish will turn your grill nights into thrill nights. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight a good one. Make tonight a Guidry's night. Find us online or in a grocery store near you. And get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
Another Hampton Automotive scoring drive for the Broncos, their 4th of the night. DeVecchio Ruffin, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. He now has 20 on the season after a 6-touchdown performance last week. As the Broncos now leading the Sam Houston Broncos 28-7. Jeff Palermo, Greg Bowser, and let's bring in Derry Beck with DeVecchio Ruffin. Very impressive. It's amazing how this kid has really come on as the season has gone along, Derry.
Guys, we had the opportunity to see some great running backs this year. Dedrick Gillespie at Riverside, Harlem Berry, and St. Murray. And now you can put DeVecchio Ruffin into that ball club from Zachary. 3 first half touchdowns. Last week he had 6. He is definitely on the roll.
But Derry, I know he runs well, but you got to give credit to those offensive linemen up there. I mean, they're blowing away the defensive line. I mean, they're doing a good job of getting him to that second level.
Leave it up to a D lineman to get some O-line credit. Good job, Greg.
Tronette on the return, and he gets stopped shy of the 20-yard line. So if you're Sam Houston, here's your thinking right now, Greg. You would love to maybe rattle off another one of those 10-play drives. You are getting the ball to begin the second half. So this is your opportunity to try to run some clock, make sure Zachary doesn't score again. You got to score again, and then you have the potential then to begin the second half with the opportunity to make it a 1-score game.
Well, if you're Sam Houston, here's the dilemma you have. Do I score early, quickly, and then give them the ball back? Because it doesn't look like I can stop them.
No.
Or do I just take a drive, a steady drive, and eat up the clock?
They were able to do that in the last drive, a nice 10-play scoring drive. And here's the handoff to Bailey. Bailey able to get through the line of scrimmage. Bailey now, he is in the Zachary secondary. Tossed down to the turf at the 46-yard line. Good start on this drive as Drew Bailey starting to get cooking now here for the Sam Houston Broncos.
Drew Bailey did a good job. It looks like they got him bottled up and he just bounces it, finds a hole, and gets to the outside and just outruns the corners out there, and they finally get him caught. But good run.
I think that was Albert Simeon with that monster block on the outside. That was pretty impressive there. Again, he is a big-time recruit, only a sophomore. Again, Bailey gets about a yard or two. David Brewerton talked about the need to contain Gavin Stout and Drew Bailey. He says their RPO game is really tough to defend, and you can see it because Stout, again, a guy who's been starting since his freshman season, he's a little bit of a magician with the football back there. It's a little hard to figure out whether he's giving the ball to Bailey or not.
Well, what he does so well is that he's so accurate and he protects the football. He doesn't turn the ball over much, and he doesn't put it in danger and trying to force the ball in there.
2nd down and 8, and then they do a lot of motions. They like to shift formations quite a bit. That's exactly what they've done here on 2nd down and 8. Now they get the back, and here comes the all-out blitz. Staying in there, though, and finding a wide-open Drew Bailey. Bailey down down the sidelines and out of bounds at the 23-yard line. If you don't get home on the blitz, somebody's going to be open, and it happened to be Drew Bailey out of the backfield.
Well, it came with the all-out blitz, and you missed the quarterback. Once he got away, there's nobody on Drew Bailey. He just kind of gets lost over there, and they dumped the ball to him for a big, big gain.
1st and 10 at the 23. The Broncos on the move again. At the 23-yard line, quick pass out here to the near side. Dronette makes a man miss. Dronette now looking for the end zone, and he is down at the 1. Touchdown. Drew Dronette gets in there, and Sam Houston now showing that they can punch back against this Zachary team.
This is just a little bubble screen. You got to make a guy miss. There you go. You make one miss, and now you just got to outrun into the end zone.
They scored too early, though, Greg. They scored way too early.
The good news is you scored. You got the touchdown. The bad news is you got almost 5 minutes to go to halftime.
So trying to maybe kind of do a 2-for-1 here. But, yeah, you got to get points on the board regardless and hope your defense can come up with a play like it did earlier in this quarter. Or actually at the end of the first quarter. That extra point is good. And so Sam Houston showing some fight here.
This is a good play call. I mean, one-on-one, you block everybody but one guy, and you got to make him miss. And once you do that,
that is a beautiful move
to the end zone.
I mean, that was something else, leaving Jeremiah Smith in the wake there. But Dronette moved to Lake Charles as an 8th grader. He not very big, but shifty, quick, first-team all-district player, and honorable mention as a sophomore at Sam Houston, and then last year he was a 2nd-team district player for Sam Houston. Dronette into the end zone to complete the Hampton Automotive scoring drive. That one 5 plays, 81 yards, and then the 23-yard pass reception. Gavin Stout to Dronette.
Now, Sam Houston, you got to go play defense.
Yep.
You got to get a stop because you can get the ball back and score again before halftime.
Well, let's see on these sky kicks, too. Zachary's got to be on its toes. Can somehow Wilson Bell put the ball in a spot where nobody's at, maybe even actually get an extra possession that way? That's how you're going to have to win this game. There's that sky kick, but it should be easily handled at the 25-yard line. Big hit there. Wow. As the return man goes right down to the ground pretty quick. That was pretty impressive, coming up and making the hit there for Sam Houston. That would be Connor Walker, a senior with 57 tackles on the year. He came up and made a nice, good stick there. And so now it's going to be up to Sam Houston's defense to do something here. But Connor Walker, an outstanding player, first year playing, and he's done a lot of good things. He's been mainly a baseball player for Sam Houston, but came out for the football team this year, his senior season, and he's been a big-time contributor for the Broncos. 1st down and 10 now at the 32-yard line. Gonzalez will quickly throw it as they get the screen here to the near side. This is Traylon Sepp. Sepp makes a couple defenders miss before he gets hit, and he gets about 6, but a nice job after the catch there by the senior wide receiver, who now has 25 catches on the year for nearly 300 yards.
So Seth does a good job. He makes the first guy miss, and when you do that, you got a chance on those screens like that. You make the first guy miss, you got a chance to get some good yards.
2nd down and 5. DeVecchio is out of the game, and in there is Jacarius Johnson. And now timeout called by the Zachary Broncos.
Yeah, I think Zachary was a little confused about what they wanted. They had one too many players out on the field, and the coach decided to just take a timeout and talk about it.
Well, coming up soon, it's going to be the Prep Classic in the Dome. The LHSAA Network is your home for the State Football Championships, the 2024 Prep Classic from the Caesar Superdome. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage, halftime, pregame, postgame. You'll see it all here on the LHSAA Network, December 12th to the 14th from the Caesar Superdome. The Prep Classic, all 8 state title games. And the games will also be shown on YurView. David Brewerton, he has been in that dome 6 times as a head football coach. It's 4-2. Took Livonia there one season. He ended up losing to Union Parish in an overtime contest, and then won 4 times with Zachary, Keelan Brown, Lindsey Scott, some of those great quarterbacks that they've had here. There's a drop pass by Brooks. And then last year was the first year that Zachary did not finish it off the way they wanted to. They ended up losing to Ruston, but that's a very good Ruston Bearcat team. And tomorrow, by the way, here on YurView, Cox Cable Channel 4 and the LHSAA Network, we'll have state volleyball championships from Lafayette all day tomorrow. Sam Houston came up a little short today. They were in the semifinals. They ended up losing. So, but it's still a great season for those young girls. 3rd down and 6 here for Zachary. Sam Houston's got to get off the field, and they do. Ball on the ground. Big-time sack there on Gonzalez. And there's the defense making a play. Jaden Wyckoff comes in there and hits Gonzalez, and it's going to be 4th and long, and the Broncos are going to have to punt.
Well, I'll tell you what, Zachary lucky they didn't turn that football over right here, because this is a heck of a play.
Wow, just blowing past Braden White was Wyckoff to come in there and make the play. That's exactly what they needed to have happen. And look at this. Sam Houston will get the ball. There's 4-10 and counting. And again, they're going to get the ball to begin the second half. So they can really make this a football game here before it's all said and done. On the punt. And it's going to be blocked. And it goes out of bounds.
I don't think the punt went 10 yards.
And now this thing kind of falling apart a little bit here. Special teams have been an issue for the Zachary Broncos, and once again it rears its ugly head for Zachary.
Well, if you're Sam Houston, you just have to put the ball in the end zone. You need a score right here. Take your time and get the score. Well, and all of a sudden, this game will change.
Well, now Sam Houston's got to be feeling it. They know they can drive against this Zachary defense. Zachary's defense came out so strong here in this game, forcing Sam Houston to turn it over on downs on their first 2 possessions. And now Chad Davis's team, they have settled in here. 1st down and 10 from the 38-yard line. Best starting field position of the night for Gavin Stout and this Sam Houston team. And Drew Bailey again, he's been starting to get more chunks on his runs here as the night has gone along. Stout's got time. He winds up, throws deep. The receiver comes back to get the ball, and it's going to be an easy touchdown for Aiden Rose. And we do have a football game here at Zachary. It's a 1-score game.
Boy, I mean, Sam Houston, hats off to them. They hung in there until things started to straighten up for him. This is just a go route. He's got man-to-man coverage, and his quarterback gives him a chance, gives the receiver a chance to come back to the football.
Well, the defender there, Jeremiah Smith, had no idea where the football was. And Aiden Rose comes up with it. Now the extra point try here from Wilson Bell. And it's not the prettiest thing, but it's in for a point as it goes through the uprights. And Sam Houston certainly has life here tonight. Man, there were 2 receivers open on that play, Greg.
Yeah, he had them both open. They were, I tell you what, the defensive back had it played. The ball was thrown short.
Let's send it down to the field for this ITI Technical College sideline report. What's the mood down on the sidelines for Zachary, Derry?
The mood has been right now. Obviously, they got out to a fast start. The guys were happy and smiling. There's not a lot of smiles and happiness going on right now. So the first quarter seems like it's Sam Houston. So they got to get some adjustments made and try to take control of the ball game again.
Your thoughts on the play of Gavin Stout, the Sam Houston quarterback? I mean, what could go wrong went wrong for Sam Houston, down by 3 touchdowns, but Gavin has come back and he's thrown 3 TD passes here tonight.
He's doing outstanding.
Another short kick, and it's going to be a little bit of a return here this time for Zachary, up across the 45 to the 46. Plenty of time here for the Broncos as they got 2 timeouts and 3:43 to work with as we get to the halftime. And Caleb Gonzalez, he's thrown an interception. He's fumbled here. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more of number 14 on this drive.
I think you should. I think what Zachary wants to do is settle their offense down a little bit. Just take your time, run a few plays, pick up some first down, eat some clock, and get to halftime.
Well, for Sam Houston, you got to win first down, right? I mean, that's, to me, the biggest thing that they got to do here. They got a little momentum now. And here is Ruffin. Ruffin running right up the middle, right through that Sam Houston defense. And there's 11 yards on the ground to the 43-yard line. Until Sam Houston can somehow keep the Vicchio Ruffin in check, they're not going to have a chance to win this football game.
No, they're not, because DeVicchio Ruffin, I mean, again, he's getting big holes in front. His offensive line is doing a great job of blocking for him.
And there's Ruffin again, sheds one defender, and then just powers his way for about 7 or 8. Romalis Jackson, one of the better defensive linemen for Sam Houston's got good size at 6'3", 220 pounds. 2nd down and 3 now here for Zachary. Under 3 minutes to go before halftime. A lot of points being scored here again at the Corral. I saw a bunch of them the last time Zachary was here when they ended up losing that 73-55 game to Catholic High. Good run up the middle again for Ruffin, who just stumbles as he gets across the 25, but picks up another 1st down.
Watch Ruffin here. He sees the hole, gets to the crease, and then right there, he just slips. If he doesn't lose his footing, he might score.
At the 23-yard line. Now, Ruffin's going to come out. And if you're Sam Houston, you're saying, okay, here's our chance here. This guy's out of the ball game. They got to figure out a way to force a 2nd and long. Traylon Sept is now the running back, standing to the left of Gonzalez at the 23. And Gonzalez will keep it. And on the quarterback power, basically, he ends up getting about 6 or 7 yards. As Gonzalez runs the read option very nicely there. Ruffin still on the sidelines as they have the football now back inside the red zone. As it's inside the Hope Credit Union red zone. Hope Credit Union, brighter futures begin with hope. Sepp gets the carry. Sepp, good vision, gets out to the 11-yard line. Another 1st down for Zachary. 1st down and 10 at the 11. And it's 1:33 here to go before halftime.
Yeah, if you're Zachary, you want to score with under a minute to go in there, it'd be a really good drive.
At the 11, Sepp gets the carry. Sepp loses the ball. It's on the ground. Sam Houston says they have it. And the Broncos come up with their 2nd turnover in the red zone. How about that?
There goes the low-risk offense.
Oh, Romalis Jackson ends up picking up the loose football there as he beat the Zachary offensive lineman there. And that's what you call a bend but don't break defense, and a huge turnover here. And Sam Houston, they got the ball, 1:20 left, and we know they can score in a hurry.
Well, I tell you what, for Sam Houston, this would be big if they can go down and score a touchdown here.
Oh,
they can get the ball and start the 2nd half.
Who would have thought that?
They can tie this ball game with 1:20 to go in, and then get the ball and start the 2nd half. That'd be amazing.
Who would have thought that when it was 21-0, and you thought, man, Zachary's going to run this team out of here, send them back to Lake Charles with a big-time blowout loss. But Sam Houston, a group of seniors that have been through a lot, and look at this on the jet sweep dronette all the way up to the 27-yard line. And that's a 1st down here for Sam Houston as they're moving the chains, and they are fired up on the far side of the field.
And Sam Houston's got a lot to cheer about now. They're trying to do a hurry-up offense so they can get a score. If they can get a score before the halftime.
They got 2 timeouts. Gavin Stout gets him back up to the line of scrimmage. Bailey in motion out of the backfield. Now a lot of pressure here. A lot of pressure. Stout just throws again. Back across the field, and it's incomplete. Rose was the intended receiver. It's now 2nd down and 10. That play took a lot of time off of the clock as Stout was running to the far sidelines.
Yeah, Stout, he was hoping for one of the receivers to break open, but it didn't happen. Again, he took a chance by throwing the ball back to the middle of the football field, and if you throw late in the middle field, it normally gets intercepted.
Looked like they were going to try to set something up. Now he's going to wind up and throw, and that is caught across the 50-yard line. This is Aiden Rose. Rose to the 25, 20, 15. thing up. 73 yards.
Normally, you have, teams play different from one half to the next. This was from one quarter to the next. The first quarter was 28 points from Zachary, and all of a sudden now, the second quarter, you get 28 points from Sam Houston.
Wow. This Zachary Broncos defense, again, they were torched for 70-plus points. They're going to give up a bunch of points again here tonight. And this group of receivers, I mean, it is senior-laden team between Gavin Stout, and we got a tie ball game. Who would have thought that when it was 21-0? And remember, Zachary had the ball inside the 20, ready to go up 28-0 when Caleb Gonzalez threw that interception.
And this was the ball where he throws the ball where the receiver can catch it and can see the football, and the defender cannot. And that's a big difference. The receiver came back to the ball, caught it, big touchdown.
My goodness. Let's take a look at the Hampton Automotive scoring drive. 8 in rows, 73 yards. There's just 33 seconds now to go. And what a first half here for Sam Houston. 225 passing yards for Gavin Stout.
Coming into the game, we talked about these teams averaging a lot of points. For Sam Houston, they averaged 35 points a game. On the other side, for Zachary, they were averaging 23 points a game. They're going to exceed that tonight.
Wow.
Just in the first half.
Taken from the 24-yard line. And another nice job by Connor Walker on special teams to make the tackle. And let's take a look at some scores from around the state. How about Westgate leading Sanamaw 14-6? Told you earlier about John Curtis. And what is it about Walker? They have Dutchtown's number. They beat Dutchtown earlier this season. And then an Evangel score, that was from last night. They beat the Gators. Another high-scoring game in Shreveport. It seems like that's all they play up there is basketball games. So, but those are the, right now, that's where the higher seeds, those are all the games where the higher seed is beating the lower seed. All right, Zachary's just got to make sure to take care of the football here. 2 turnovers in the first half. They run a bubble screen here to the near side, moving the ball up the field after making the catch. That's Benji Dixon, a senior wideout. That's a first down. And Zachary, they're not just wanting to go into the halftime, okay, being tied. They would love to somehow really get a big play here and maybe score a touchdown themselves. Gonzalez with 10 seconds just has to throw it out of bounds. 7 seconds, so that... I think I'm in the mood for a Hail Mary here, Greg. This first half has been wild enough. Let's get a little more crazy.
Well, they've been throwing Hail Marys the whole first and second quarter. I think if I'm Zachary, I'll look maybe throw something into the end zone.
Well, yeah. We know Gonzalez has got a strong arm. Number 83, Trey Cheney.
I'd turn around and hand it off to Ruffin and see if he breaks one.
You can even do that. And there's going to be a timeout here called by somebody.
It's going to be called by Sam Houston.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We want to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And, boy, Caleb Gonzalez and Zachary, they started this game so fast. And now they just look stunned right now, Greg, that Sam Houston has come back to tie this thing.
Well, it's tough to believe that all of a sudden, you hold the team scoreless and you're scoring on them all the time, and then all of a sudden in the second quarter, they put up 28 points.
Yeah. Let's bring in Derry Beckwith with an ITI Technical College sideline report. Derry, have you ever been involved in a game like this where huge lead and then all of a sudden you watch it disappear?
My freshman year against Tennessee.
Oh, I was going to say that.
It was the Hurricane game. We played on a Monday night. We're up 21-0 at halftime. And going to the locker room, Coach Miles looked up in the stands, waved his fingers to the crowd. I think at that point we knew, wait a minute, the game isn't over with. They came out in the second half and beat us in overtime, and he had for sale signs in the front yard after the game.
I do remember that game. Was that the hottest game you've ever played in, Darren?
No, Auburn, my sophomore year, in Auburn. Was one of the hottest games I played in.
How about that ends to this first half as they stop Ruffin behind the line of scrimmage. Jackson, who recovered that fumble. And this Sam Houston team is fired up right now. They could walk back to Lake. They could run back to Lake Charles if they wanted to.
Well, they got a lot to be excited about. They're on the road.
Yeah, let's go down to the field. And Coach Brewerton is there with Derry Beckwith.
Coach Brewerton, you guys got to a hot start in the first quarter. Then Sam Houston scored 4 unanswered touchdowns in the second quarter. What did they do differently to get back in this ball game?
I think we let them back in the ball game. We can't cover anybody deep, apparently, tonight. We put the ball on the ground. We threw an interception in the end zone. I mean, we did some really, really dumb things when we had a really, really good lead. Could have put the game away, and we didn't. Now we got a fight on our hands. We got to go get it done in the second half.
The playoffs is all about regrouping and readjusting. What are you telling your team at halftime?
Just settle down. I mean, obviously the game plans are pretty good coming out on both sides. We got to execute those in the second half, get another score on the board, settle down, and go back to work.
Appreciate you, Coach. Good luck.
Craig, I really think the first drive when Sam Houston gets the ball back in the second half, that is going to set the tone for the rest of this game. What a wild contest here tonight in Zachary. We're all tied up at 28. This is Game Time presented by McDonald's.
If it weren't a drink from McDonald's, you wouldn't try this hard.
Right now, order any size frozen drink or iced coffee for just $1.99 or get a medium lemonade for $2.49. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Today, it's not just how much you make that counts, it's how much you keep. At Egan Insurance, protecting your wealth is our major priority, one that comes with a promise that no matter what threatens your wealth, accident, theft, fire, or illness, we'll be there to protect your financial assets, just as we have for more than 60 years. Egan Insurance. How those who've made it, keep it.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it.
Boom, Hampton's hot.
I bet you there's no better feeling than celebrating a touchdown with a fancy touchdown dance. Why don't you show us a few moves for when we get big settlements?
You just gotta get into it first. You gotta run into it, and you gotta.
I can't do that.
Start putting that arm back there now.
We can call this the diggity shovel.
I like that, the diggity shovel.
Laborde Earls, proud partners with Jamal Williams.
I love commercials.
For over 75 years, the Butcher AC family has helped cool South Louisiana's homes and businesses with high quality, dependable, and professional air conditioning, sales, and service. A clear line of communication with a true voice, gathering your information and dispatching it to our professional team gets you the quick response and comfort of a job well done.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
As a personal injury attorney, I see every single day how injured someone can be in an accident. So that's why I've been so impressed with the features that the GLC has to offer.
Lease and save at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Offer ends September 30th.
What a ball game here at Zachary High School as the Broncos, once up 21-0, now find themselves in an absolute dogfight here against Sam Houston. It's 28-28, 24 more minutes to go in this one. It's senior night here at Zachary, so they are honoring all of the senior band members, cheerleaders, and everyone else that is involved in Friday night football here at Zachary High School. It's now time for the High School Spotlight, put together by the LHSAA Network.
The LHSAA Regional Cross Country Meet was held last Friday at Highland Road Park in Baton Rouge. Schools and student athletes from across the southern end of our state converged on this challenging course. The runners were looking to qualify for the Cross Country Championships next Monday in Natchitoches. Here's how they hit the tape on Friday morning.
And they're on.
Pretty good, got out pretty quick. The weather was better than expected and the course was in great condition, so kind of just got after it from the start and really just never looked back. Hit the 2 mile in like pretty good time, so just kind of tried to hold it through as best as I could. That's my fastest time all time on this course, so I've been going 1 second back every weekend. Yeah, I mean, we've been working hard since June, so just continuing that, working hard each and every single day, preparing ourselves for the course, and getting ready to get out there and get our 8th state championship.
Came into this race, I really wanted to win today. That was the end goal today. And Mason, the Dutchtown guy, he was really slipping away from me in the last mile, and yeah, it had to be some miracle if I could win the race. And God was working, and I knew He had a plan, and He really used me in spite of me today, and I'm just so happy.
Hi, I'm Ollie Kramer.
And I'm Lucy Kramer.
How did the race go?
It went pretty well. I mean, I just wanted to get out from the start. It was fun to just run my own race with her right with me, and then I just knew that this was a small race, so it was just fun to just go work together and see what we could do.
How did you think the whole team did as a whole?
The team was awesome. Like, I could kind of like see them like just around different parts of the course. She was right behind me, pushing me the whole way, and then when I turned around at the finish, they just kept coming in, and they were all doing awesome.
What are your expectations for state and championship?
I just want to go out there, see how we can do. Let's push each other together, and then our whole team go out there and race the best we can.
We're joined in studio now by Assistant Executive Director of the LHSAA, Michael Federico. The swimming tournament is just 1 week away, and everybody's ready to converge on Sulphur and the Spar Aquatic Center for the state tournament. Just tell us a little bit about this event.
So, good morning. It's a great event coming up. We have just shy of 1,300 student athletes. They're going to be descending upon Sulphur November 20th through 23rd. Looking forward to a great event. We have a great team that helps us out there at Sulphur Parks and Recreation in conjunction with the Visit Lake Charles team. I also want to give good thanks to Sulphur High School and the support that their Parents Club gives to us during the event. It really makes it a home away from home for all of our student athletes over that 4-day period.
The Division I Girls Championship was decided by a single point last year. St. Joseph's Academy edged Dominican 418 to 417. Can we expect to see championship efforts from both those schools again?
Absolutely, most certainly. Expect them to be, competing head-to-head again, just like last year. We also have a few other schools, Baton Rouge High, Mandeville, that look to be competing as well. That always put forth good points at the meet, so we're definitely looking forward to seeing them again.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics is now booking holiday appointments. Race to book your child's next cleaning today. Whether they're needing just a quick cleaning, orthodontics, or something in between, our friendly staff will make sure your child is comfortable and taken care of. And our patients under 2 get their first visit free. Now with 2 convenient and kid-friendly locations to better serve you in Lafayette behind Dino's South and Opelousas behind Lily Pad Pediatrics right off I-49. Hurry, call or visit us online to book your child's appointment today.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we partnered with New Orleans' Health Department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a 4th branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
This time in the car gives me a few extra minutes with these two.
They said a car loan with your credit wasn't possible, but you found a new road to get there.
These little moments mean everything to me.
Hope makes it happen. With credit-building resources and personal support, Hope Credit Union's tailored loan solutions make your life better, no matter your income or credit. Brighter futures begin with hope.
Back here at Zachary, it is senior night, first round of the playoffs, and we got a good one for you. Sam Houston and Zachary, 28-28. Before you know it, it'll be time for the Prep Classic in the Caesars Superdome.
The LHSAA Network is your home for the State Football Championships, the 2024 Prep Classic from the Caesars Superdome. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage, halftime, Pre-game, post-game, you'll see it all here on the LHSAA Network, December 12th to the 14th from the Caesars Superdome. The Prep Classic, all 8 state title games. And the games will also be shown on YurView.
Yeah, and all of the state championship games that the LHSAA Network will be broadcasting here over the next month. You can watch them right here live on YurView Channel 4 starting tomorrow with the state volleyball championships. The first match is at 9 a.m. Country Day in Westminster Christian. I think those two teams play every year, it seems like. That's where we'll start it all off at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Northlake Christian and Dunham will battle in the Division 4 state championship game. The Dunham Tigers are an 8 seed. They're the highest seed remaining. They'll be taking on Northlake Christian, who is the 3 seed. In Division 3 at 2 o'clock, there'll be Archbishop Hannon versus Haynes Academy. That's a 1 versus 2 matchup. St. Thomas More, they are back in the state championship game as they will be taking on Benjamin Franklin. Usually it's STM versus Turlings, but this year in Division 2, it is St. Thomas More and Benjamin Franklin. That match will be at 4:30. And Dominican, they are back in the state title game as they will be taking on Slidell. That's a 1 versus 2 matchup. Slidell beat North Shore, another school in the Slidell area. That had to be quite a match in the semifinals to get to the state championship game where they'll be taking on Dominican High School, who has dominated this division for the past 3 years, claiming 3 consecutive state titles. And so we'll see if Dominican can do it again for a 4th year. And then on Monday, it's our cross-country state championships. Again, you'll see them here on YurView. That will begin at 9 o'clock from Natchitoches. Looking forward to that. Here we're at Zachary. Looking forward to the second half. It's all tied up on Game Time, presented by McDonald's.
That's blatant. That's a blindside hit. That is dirty.
What are you talking about? It's a clean hit. That's a farm tackle. That's perfect textbook, just like they teach us in high school.
I still feel it, though.
In pain, call Blaine.
At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! That's it. Good job. Good job.
Bring it higher.
Turn it up, boy. Get it done.
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration, we are ready to serve your AC heating needs.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
We've known you for a few years now, so let's do kind of a lightning round.
Think of it as a 2-minute drill, but with questions.
Ooh.
Okay.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs. Spicy or mild?
Spicy. Crawfish or shrimp?
Boiled crawfish. Your favorite holiday?
Mardi Gras for sure. You've been hurt in an accident. What's the next thing that you do?
That's a no-brainer. Call the Borderos at all sevens.
Bonus question.
Favorite attorney, David or Digger?
I plead the fifth.
Well played.
Wise choice.
From upstream and midstream to downstream and renewables, you can count on Danos. The world needs energy, and we deliver. Visit danos.com today.
Back at the Bronco Corral, and it's all tied up 28-28 in this Division I non-select playoff game. Jeff Palermo along with Greg Bowser. Man, I thought Zachary was going to run away and hide here tonight, Greg. They're up 21-0. They have a chance to go up 28-0. Caleb Gonzalez throws that interception, and that all of a sudden just gave a little bit of juice to Sam Houston, and all of a sudden it's a tie football game. Amazing.
Yeah, what a difference. I mean, the first quarter was all Zachary. They controlled and everything, and then all of a sudden Sam Houston got this burst of energy.
Yeah.
and just took control and just now they've got the momentum and they get the ball to start the second half. So it'll be exciting to see what they're doing in the second half.
Their quarterback, Gavin Stout, has put on a show here tonight, and we're going to have a chance to take a look at the highlights from this one. Again, it's all Zachary at the beginning. Caleb Gonzalez throwing bombs here against Sam Houston.
Yeah, this is the second or third play of the ball game, and he's opening up. One was a running play, and he throws his bomb. They come back, get another possession. This is not a replay. And he throws one nice down at the 1 yard line. They're knocking on the door again. Touchdown, and all of a sudden you think, man, Zachary's in control of this. And then they come back with a run. They do it on the ground. This is a 60-plus yard run for a touchdown.
68 yards,
68 yards for a touchdown. Unbelievable.
21-0 right there.
Yeah, and if you're Zachary, you're just kind of cruising, and you said, well, let's see if we can't add another one. And he throws this one up for grabs, and another touchdown. Oh, excuse me, that was an interception that really I thought was going to change the game at that point. But still, Zachary came back after that and scored again.
So now Sam Houston's going to get on the scoreboard as the first of 4 touchdown passes, but Zachary does score again. Ruffin gets into the end zone for the third time here tonight, but then it's all Sam Houston the rest of the way. Nice run after the catch here by Drew Dronette. That makes it 28-14. Gavin Stout again. Now he's the one throwing deep passes against Zachary. Great catch there by Aiden Rose. He walks into the end zone. And then right before halftime, Sam Houston scored again. I tell you what, the one highlight we didn't show was the defensive pass interference penalty against Zachary, because it would have forced Sam Houston to punt the football down 21-0. Instead, it gave them new life. And they ended up scoring their first touchdown after that.
Yeah, it was a fourth down play. It set them up in really good shape on the Zachary side of the football field. And look at the stats. I mean, 11 first downs apiece. Rushing yards, 184 to 103. Here's the one that really surprised me. Look at the total yards. 328 to 297. You're talking about a close ball game. I mean, that's a tale of the first quarter. That's unbelievable.
Man, 28-point second quarter for Sam Houston. Again, Zachary, a 4-time state champion. This is... We talk about how once we get into the postseason, Zachary turns it up another notch. They got to figure out some things defensively here.
Well, they've got to figure out some things defensively, but they've got to really concentrate on scoring the ball on the ground. Eat up a little time, get some time off the clock to take this momentum away from Sam Houston, because if they don't, they leave Sam Houston. If you get in a shootout, Sam Houston's going to play with him. Zachary's got a really good running game. They can get some things done on the ground, eat up some clock. I think that's what they've got to do. They've got to rely on that running game.
Well, Ruffin has had a really nice game, and the couple times that he steps out of the football game, bad things happen for Zachary. So got to keep the 5'5" DeVecchio Ruffin on the field. 28-28, second half coming up from Zachary here on Game Time.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
There are many signs to help protect us from harm, to warn us from harming ourselves, or prevent us from harming others. But sometimes the best sign is the one that protects you from things you never knew or even thought would hurt you. Egan Insurance, the sign of quality insurance protection since 1954.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
I'm fixin' to celebrate in flavor. Be king of grill night. And best of all, I'm fixin' to make fun memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Our U.S. farm-raised tender Louisiana catfish will turn your grill nights into thrill nights. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight a good one. Make tonight a Guidry's night. Find us online or in a grocery store near you. And get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
Game Time on Your View is brought to you by Laborde Earls Injury Lawyers, on your side. Hope Credit Union. Brighter futures begin with hope. ITI Technical College, your key to a better life. Nick's Refrigeration, your comfort specialist. Trabb Chevrolet in Homa, where we're always on your side. Catch every game live or on demand at watch.yurview.com. Follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram.
Back here at Zachary High School, the two teams are back out on the football field warming up for second half action. Could tell you a few more scores here. Destrehan in a tight battle in the third quarter with Ouachita. Wildcats only lead that game 16-6 in the third quarter. St. Aug is all over Carencro 25-7. That is in the second quarter. That's the second game of a doubleheader from Tad Gormley. John Curtis beating Brother Martin earlier today to give John Curtis a win, and they'll play at Acadiana next week. Impressive that Walker beat Dutchtown earlier this season, and they lead the Griffins 20-14 in the third quarter. For more on this game between Zachary and Sam Houston, which is all tied up at 28, let's bring in Derry Beckwith with an ITI Technical College sideline report.
Guys, I was able to talk to Sam Houston Coach Davis at the half. I said, what was the difference in the second quarter? He told me they caught a rhythm. They went back to what they did best, and that's a balanced football team. He's hoping that the same rhythm will carry into the second half. He loves where they are right now. He loves the fight in his team, so I expect a lot of fireworks in the second half.
Well, we saw a lot of fireworks in the first half, and again, the winner of this game has to make the trip all the way up to North Louisiana to take on the defending state champion Ruston Bearcats in the second round. So a tough test coming up next week for whoever wins this football game. But Sam Houston's got to be feeling it right now, Greg.
Yeah, they've got to be feeling the momentum. I mean, they came out and like I said, everything that could go wrong in the first half, the first quarter for them went wrong. And to watch a team flip the switch from one quarter to the next was amazing. And, they didn't do it with a running game. They just came out and hit some big pass plays.
Right.
And really surprising how open those receivers were. I mean, it looks like they were throwing it up for grabs, but then it was complete. You got touchdowns, and it's just amazing. Scoring from long range, you got to be happy. If you're Coach Brewington, you got to be a little bit concerned about the momentum shift here.
Yeah.
You're at home, but you still have to be concerned about that and figure out a way to get it back. And for him, he's got to get it back starting on defense because he's got to play defense first to open up the half.
Sam Houston started the season with a thrilling win over Leesville, beating the Wampus Cats 56-41, lost to Turlings, then went on a 3-game winning streak over East Ascension, Sulphur, and Lafayette. Faced some adversity during weeks 6 and 7, losing to Southside and Carencro. Rebounded with a win over Nish, New Iberia. Got pummeled by Acadiana 59-7, but got their mojo back last week by beating Barb. A big victory over the Buccaneers, 42-23. And they came into this game pumped up to play Zachary. They said, hey, after last year losing to Mandeville in the first round of the playoffs, hosting the first round playoff game, they were looking forward to going on the road, playing in one of the best venues as far as any Louisiana high school football stadium. This is number one. It's pretty hard to duplicate what any other school does here, and to be down 21-0, and now to find yourself getting the ball to begin the second half, having a chance to take the lead. Chad Davis, I know coaches are optimistic, but even him, if you would have asked him when they were down 21-0, you will actually have a chance to take the lead to begin the second half, he would have thought you were crazy.
He was just trying to figure out a way to hang in the game until halftime.
Right.
Don't get blown off out of this thing.
Yeah. There was also a special teams mistake for Zachary in that first half, a bad snap, or not a bad snap, but a bad punt. There was a bad snap for Sam Houston, but it did not result in a touchdown. Again, 2 turnovers by Zachary, both of them coming in the red zone. So here we go. Fasten your seatbelts. This should be a fun second half. Good end-over-end kick here. Drew Bailey is going to take it at the 3-yard line. Bailey gets hit hard as he got up to the 18-yard line. Good start for Zachary as their special teams unit on the kickoff coverage team trying to make a statement. And it'll be 1st down and 10 here at the 18-yard line. Really good first half there for Gavin Stout. Again, a starter since week 4 of his freshman season. Just a smart player, doesn't force anything. And he has been outstanding along with his twin brother, Ty Stout. They want to keep playing football together. Gavin Stout, he's got an offer from Louisiana College, and Coach Davis is expecting a few more offers will come in once the season ends. So here we go, 1st down and 10 at the 18-yard line. High snap, trying to get on it is Gavin Stout. Now throws, and it's incomplete. And there is an injured, I thought there was going to be an injured player there, but Drew Bailey ends up getting up. There is a flag down in the middle of the field at about the 20-yard line.
This is going to be an interesting call. If this is against Zachary, that would be talking about bailing out Sam Houston.
Chris Forcade, our referee tonight, he was actually the referee for when Zachary beat Ponchatoula in the Class 5A championship game in 2021.
It's got an ineligible receiver downfield. I think when the ball was dropped, the offensive lineman might have gone downfield.
Ineligible player downfield, offense number 70. Repeat, 1st down.
Want to give Chris Forcade a salute with this being Veterans Day earlier this week. He is a Gulf War veteran. Also a alumnus of Southeastern Louisiana where he ran track for the Lions. He also is an official for lacrosse. 1st down and 15. Very few penalties in that first half, only 3 of them. That's only our 4th penalty of the night. So they go to the ground here, and Drew Bailey gets those yards and then some. And Drew Bailey, he's fired up as well. Good little run here right up the middle.
Yeah, he got a little bit of space inside. Got to find a little hole there, pick up some good yards. So make a 2nd and 8.
Bailey, very elusive, very talented kid. McNeese is very interested in him. 5'9", 185 pounds. First guy hardly brings that young man down. 2nd down and 8. They give it to him again. Bailey, and there's a good example of him breaking tackles as he picks up a 1st down there. I tell you, Zachary really held him in check in that first quarter, but since then, this is what we've been seeing a lot more from Drew Bailey, getting 8, 9, 10 yards a carry.
Yeah, he broke the first tackle and picked up different yards.
That is an RHD 1st down, and now they give it to Bailey here. Bailey makes a nice little move, but there you get 4 guys going after the ball carrier. You need more of that if you are Zachary. Isaiah Stokes was one of the defenders there for the Broncos.
So you watch the green shirts surround the football, and what they're trying to do is strip the ball loose from the running back before he hits the ground, and Bailey does a good job of hanging on to it.
2nd down and 6 here now for Sam Houston, and he is limping off the field as Drew Bailey. So they bring in the backup running back, Emmanuel Hanning, who's got over 200 yards rushing and a couple touchdowns on the season. 2nd down and 6. Rolling out is Stout. Stout's got a little pressure on him, and it's incomplete. Now this is a big 3rd down coming up here, Greg.
Well, Stout had his tight end open that time. He just did not deliver the football. Had him wide open. You got to get him the ball when he's that open.
Sam Houston, 4 of 7 on 3rd downs here tonight.
Big 3rd and 6.
You still don't have Drew Bailey out there. And he's actually sitting down on the ground. They just helped him up, and he's still limping over on the far sidelines. That will be obviously something to monitor. Zachary brings the pressure. Pass over the middle, and it's nearly intercepted. Good job there defensively. Kamori McKnight gets the pass defense there, and it's going to bring out the punt team here for Sam Houston. Well, that's what Zachary needed there.
They needed to stop, and they got the ball back.
Trey Chaney ready to return. Had those big 2 long catches to begin this football game. One went for a touchdown. Wilson Bell, the punt. He's averaging 32 yards a punt, handled by Chaney. Zachary will get the ball back. We'll try to regain the lead when we come back. This is Game Time on YurView, presented by McDonald's.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we've partnered with New Orleans' Health Department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a fourth branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it.
Boom! Hampton's hot.
First down and 10 here for the Zachary Broncos at the 35-yard line. Caleb Williams will hand it off to Ruffin, and there he goes again. Ruffin, no one is going to touch him. That was too easy. 65 yards. Davicio Ruffin, 4 rushing touchdowns here tonight.
And none of them go any bigger than this one. I mean, he just took the ball. Nobody touches him. Watch him come through the line of scrimmage. Good job by the offensive line. He opens the hole. And once he gets in the secondary, nobody's going to catch him.
My goodness. That is just amazing.
That's his second 60-plus yard run for a touchdown tonight.
Yep. Had 68 earlier tonight, now 65. This kid has just gotten stronger as the season has gone along. That's what's really impressed Coach David Brewerton. Extra points really matter in a game like this, so this is big here for Costa, and he does get it through the uprights. And so the Zachary Broncos have a lead again as Costa adds the extra point. And our Hampton automotive scoring drive, one play, 65 yards. Again, for Zachary, for much of the season, they were more of a team scoring on 8, 10, 11-play drives, but we have seen a lot of quick 1, 2, 3-play drives scoring for touchdowns for Zachary.
Well, Zachary scored on one and two-play drives, and it's been one through the pass. They hit a couple of long passes for touchdown, but then they've done it on the ground. How many times do you see a team score from long distance on running plays? And that's what Zachary has done here tonight on 2 or 3 different occasions.
Well, Coach David Brewerton, I asked Coach Brew, 4 state championships, been following this Zachary team since he's gotten here, and they've had good running backs, but they have not had a dynamic running back like this kid. This is a little different for Zachary to have a guy like this where you could just hand the football off to him, and then he busts 65 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, when you got a guy that makes you a threat to score from 65 yards on the ground, that makes a big difference. Defensively, you have to play him different now. You can't play man-to-man coverage too much on the backside, because if you do that, he'll be running down the field while your defensive backs have got their back turned to him.
This has been let's first go down to Derry Beckwith with an ITI Technical College sideline report.
So, guys, obviously coming into the second half, Zachary did a great job of giving the ball back to Ruffin. And to Greg's point in the first half, the offensive line is doing an incredible job. On that last touchdown run, they pulled the guard and had the H-back lead the way as well. I'm telling you right now, all 3 of us could have ran through that hole and scored a touchdown. So the offensive line was doing a great job to get on the football. Now it's still up to this defense to maintain, to get 11 guys to the football, to tackle and be more aggressive. The reason they let Sam Houston back into this game in the second quarter, defensively they're extremely flat, they weren't aggressive, and they lost their intensity.
There, I wouldn't worry about it. I can make it through the hole, but to make the 65-yard run is a whole different story.
I would have pulled a hamstring. Drew Bailey is back out there, and even though he hobbled off the field, nothing happening there. Tyson Kimball wrapped him up and stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. There you take a look at Tyson Kimball, the junior linebacker. Mentioned a junior laden defense here for Zachary, but getting back to what I was talking about, Zachary in the past, I mean, they've always had great line play. They've always had great linebackers. They've had good quarterbacks with Keelan Brown, Lindsey Scott, Eli Holstein. Those were the type of guys, but having a dynamic running back is something a little bit different for them. On the move and incomplete, and all of a sudden it's 3rd down, and yeah, we're starting to see the Zachary defense that we saw in the first quarter.
Yeah, they're starting to implement their will on this offense of Sam Houston.
So 3rd down and 9.
You know, you got to get off the field on third down. Remember, that's the big thing. Get off the field on third down. This is a big third down play for Zachary. If they can get off the field here, put their offense back out there.
Sam Houston is 4 of 8 on third downs here tonight. This is a big one. Stout barking out the signals. Pressure coming. Steps up in the pocket. Directing traffic. Looking for somebody. And is it caught or intercepted? It's caught. Oh, my goodness. What a great job by the receiver, Aiden Rose. And these kids for Sam Houston, they can catch. This is unbelievable how well they are catching the football.
You watch him throwing the quarterback's under direction. You think he's going to be sacked, but he's going to throw it away. And he throws the ball into what looks like a defender's hand. And all of a sudden, the catch is made.
Let's take a look at our... We'll hold on in a second, but I think that's going to be our Guidry's Catfish catch of the game. Now they swing it out here to the near side. Dronette makes a guy miss, and then moves close to the first down marker. This kid in open space, you can't bring him down. Now let's get back to our catch of the day, brought to you by Guidry's Catfish, feeding your family like ours since 1976. Aiden Rose was described to me as electrifying. This is a splendid catch.
It's an unbelievable catch and throw. I mean, you flush the quarterback, you get him out of the pocket on the move, and he makes that kind of a throw.
6'1", 175 pounds. He's been the big home run guy for the Sam Houston offense all season long. And the Broncos are on the move again as they convert it on 3rd and long. First down and 10 at the 47-yard line. Dronette in motion. Swing it out to Dronette, and he should have probably just dropped the ball, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he lost 5 yards on that one.
I'm wondering at this point, too, if Drew Bailey's hobbling out there a little bit, if he's being used more of a decoy at this moment. So you look at this pass. One, you got to make sure you do got to catch it in a way because you're not exactly sure. Is that lateral? You know, it's just your instinct is to catch it, too.
Yeah, that's just his instinct was to catch the ball. And I'm not sure if he was certainly was a forward pass or not.
All right, now they run a bit of an end around. Dronette, though, good job defensively by Zachary. Thrown out of bounds by Isaiah Stokes. And it's now 3rd down and long again for Sam Houston. Can they convert? They're 5 of 9 on 3rd downs. 3rd down and 12. And the Zachary fans are on their feet. They're ringing their cowbells. At least we don't have any horns like we did last week at Alexandria Senior High. Fun atmosphere, but my ears were ringing all the way back here to Baton Rouge on my ride home. 3rd down and 12. They rush 4. Stouts gets rid of it to Bailey. Bailey makes the catch. Bailey gets the first down. What a play by the senior running back.
Well, it's a good play by Bailey catching the ball and having the presence of mind to pick up the first down. But Stout made a great move in the backfield. Looked like he was going to escape, and all of a sudden he just rose up out of nowhere and threw the football.
You could tell that Stout is a 3-year plus starter, and this is our Cox Mobile smart call of the game. Get the ball to Bailey and let him do the work, and he does right there. Our smart call of the game, courtesy of Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Learn more at cox.com/mobile. 1st down and 10 at the 43-yard line. Now they hand it off to Bailey, but not much happening there. The Zachary defense waiting for him at the line of scrimmage, and they will kindly bring him down to the turf.
Well, we don't know how this game is going to end up, but this has been an exciting 3 quarters of football.
Well, we were talking about it in break. I mean, I don't know how many high school football games I've called, but usually when you're down 21-0 in high school football in the first quarter, it's over.
21-0 on the road.
Yeah. Usually it results in a running clock in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you get down 21-0 on the road in the playoffs, you're probably not going to come back.
Against a 4-time state champion team, too, like Zachary. 2nd down and 8. They bring the blitz. Stout stands in there tall. He throws an interception. Picked off by Michael Sims. First turnover of the night for that Zachary Bronco defense. There is a flag, though. There is a flag, so let's see what that's about.
The penalty is going to be against Sam Houston because that one of the receivers left early.
All right.
Now here's the question. If the receiver jumped left early, should they have blown the play dead? So the play wouldn't count, so the interception's not going to count.
We got illegal motion. Offense declined First down.
Yeah, legal motion. A little different, but first bad mistake here for Gavin Stout.
Yeah, he threw it late over the middle, which is a sin, and it usually gets you in trouble.
Beautiful play here by Michael Sepps.
He was just dropping into his drop zone. He didn't have a man he was covering. He was just covering an area, and he threw it right to him.
So now Zachary has a chance to kind of take control again of this game, and you got to, if you're Sam Houston, figure out a way to bring Ruffin down. Here's Ruffin. Ruffin finds another seed. Ruffin all the way across the 40 to the 38-yard line. Wyatt Harvey finally in on the stop, but this kid, they cannot get their hands on him.
No, they just can't bring him down. And a lot of it's because watch his offensive line. Watch the hole right there. See the hole? Nobody touches him. That's a good job of running. Should have been a horse collar tackle on that one.
First down and 10 at the 38. And now they throw it over here, and it's caught by Cockerham. Cooper Smith on the tackle. He got about 9 yards on that play.
Or if you're Zachary, you just want to keep your foot on the pedal. You don't want to let up because this Sam Houston team has shown that they can score in bunches.
Cockerham, a senior, 25 catches on the year. He's the leading receiver on this Zachary team. Both of these teams got receivers that have over 20 catches. As we've seen, the ball being spread around to a lot of guys. But when you got this guy, Ruffin, it's hard to bring down as he gets across the 15 all the way to the 14-yard line. I mean, they're just absolutely gashing this Sam Houston defense.
Good job of running. I mean, he's got a lot of speed, quickness in the hole. He's got all of the intangibles you need as a running back. Great vision.
First down and 10 at the 13. And we are now down in the Hope Credit Union red zone. Hope Credit Union. Brighter futures begin with hope.
You notice how Zachary's offense now, they're slowed down a little bit, taking their time in the huddle, taking their time getting the play from the sideline, making sure everybody's on the same page.
Ruffin, another run right up the middle, gets about 5, and the ball came out. No, he stayed up. He stayed on his feet, and a touchdown, Zachary. Well, I thought the ball came out there for a second, but it was actually this Ruffin breaking tackles to get into the end zone.
I mean, he came through there and he took a shot, and you thought he was going to go down. Watch him when he gets the ball, when he gets in there. This is one of the first times tonight that Sam Houston is able to hit him before he gets in the secondary, but they bounce right off of him. And he keeps the feet moving and gets in the end zone.
5 touchdowns now for Ruffin after scoring 6 touchdowns last week. And he is up to 23 touchdowns on the season.
He had over 300 yards rushing last week and 6 touchdowns. And there's no sense. He's not even slowing down.
No, he's not. He is not. Sam Houston really just does not have an answer for him. Extra point good by Costa. And there you take a look. Davicchio Ruffin. The determination. You can't bring this young man down. We'll be back after this on Game Time.
Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics is now booking holiday appointments. Race to book your child's next cleaning today. Whether they're needing just a quick cleaning, orthodontics, or something in between, our friendly staff will make sure your child is comfortable and taken care of. And our patients under 2 get their first visit free. Now with 2 convenient and kid-friendly locations to better serve you. In Lafayette behind Dino's South and Opelousas behind Lily Pad Pediatrics right off I-49. Hurry, call or visit us online to book your child's appointment today. At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! That's it. Good job. Good job.
Bring it higher. Turn it up, boy.
Get it done.
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration, we are ready to serve your AC heating needs.
Davicchio Ruffin, the 14-yard rushing touchdown. 5 plays, 56 yards. That's now 5 touchdowns for Davicchio. as our Hampton automotive scoring drive, and Zachary's got their 2 touchdown lead back, 42-28.
DeVicchio's had 11 touchdowns in 2 ball games.
That's amazing.
It's incredible.
That is absolutely amazing. I mean, think about it. He's got 23 touchdowns right now. He's basically got half of his touchdowns, a little less than half of his touchdowns for the entire season over the last 6.5 quarters. Yeah. Crazy.
And he's still got a quarter and a half to play.
And Sam Houston can't stop him. And it all does start at the line of scrimmage. The Sam Houston weakness of this entire team has been its defensive line. And they're getting pushed around here by the Zachary offensive line.
And the strength that Zachary has been in the offensive line.
Dronette on the return from the 4, and he's taken down at the 17-yard line. Good job there defensively for Zachary, or on the kickoff coverage team, I should say. Making the tackle is Dylan Shellmeyer. And this is almost like how the game started. Zachary got off to a great start in the first quarter. They get off to a great start here in the third quarter.
I think if you're Sam Houston, though, you've got to put some points on the board with this drive.
Yep.
You can't just turn it back over to Zachary.
Well, yeah, you can't get down by 3 touchdowns again and think you're going to be able to come back and tie the game.
Well, I mean, I think Zachary's discovered the fact that their offensive line can beat the defensive line of Sam Houston, and they're just going to turn around and hand the ball off.
Let's see if they continue to keep getting pressure to Gavin Stout. I think Sam Houston's got to get its run game going again with Drew Bailey. That's when they were most successful, when they were a balanced attack. So they do give it to Drew Bailey, and he gets hit hard coming across the middle of the field. Michael Seps, who just made that interception, makes the tackle there. A gain of 2+ yards there for Drew Bailey, who's having another nice game here.
I think if you're Sam Houston, you got to look for that big play. In the big play, I think it's going to come in your passing game. But, you know, the thing is, Zachary made the adjustment. They're not giving you man-to-man coverage on the outside like they did in the second quarter.
More motion. They motion you to death is what the Sam Houston offense does. Almost another interception. Knocked down by Tyson Kimball, setting up 3rd down and long. And I tell you what, if Kimball doesn't get a paw on that, Dronette could be still running at this moment.
I tell you what, if Kimball intercepts that ball, he's running to the end zone. There's nobody out there.
Yeah. It was almost a well-executed play, but it was even a better play by Kimball. 3rd down and 7 at the 21.
This is what Sam Houston has excelled in these 3rd down and longs.
Need another one here. Over the middle, and there that guy again, Aiden Rose, and he loses the ball. Was he down on the ground? Zachary picks it up. Jeremiah Smith across the 30. I don't see a whistle or I don't hear a whistle. I don't see anyone saying he was down. Looks like it's going to be Zachary's ball.
Yeah, I don't think he was down. Hayden that time caught the ball, and he was sitting on the defender, so he wasn't on the ground yet, and he skipped the ball out.
Second turnover here in the 3rd quarter as Rose coughs it up.
I mean, you watch, it's a heck of a catch. But they make the tackle right there. He never touched the ground. He was sitting on the defender, so he wasn't down. See if he had a knee or something that he went down. Nope. He's up.
Great strip by Zachary Hogan to strip that football away. And now Zachary is in business. They got the turnover chain out. And it's 1st down and 10 at the 28-yard line here for Caleb Gonzalez and the Broncos.
Thank you for supporting Zachary Broncos.
I mean, he was laying basically on the Zachary defender when that ball comes out. So 2 huge turnovers here by the Zachary defense in the 3rd quarter. And this is where the Broncos can nearly put this game away, and they give it to Ruffin. Ruffin is headed to the end zone again. It's another half-a-dozen touchdown night for DeVicchio Ruffin. 49-28.
I tell you, Jeff, we've done some games with some really good running backs this year. And this guy fits right in that category. I mean, he is unbelievable. He had a great offensive line, but watch him break a tackle inside and then cut back to the outside, and there's nobody there.
I mean, what a clinic this young man is putting on here tonight.
Gotta love that low-risk offense.
You gotta also love those short, stocky running backs that you can't bring down and have tremendous speed like him. Extra point try, and it is good. And Sam Houston, who was thinking, oh no, he missed it to the wide right. Missed it wide right, so they missed another extra point. But DeVicchio Ruffin, yeah, you can't just get a hand on him. You got to wrap him up. You got to come in there and bring him down And so far, they haven't been doing it. So Zachary now looking like that state championship team that we've come to see in November. Speaking of the Prep Classic,
the LHSAA Network is your home for the state football championships, the 2024 Prep Classic from the Caesars Superdome. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage, halftime, pregame, postgame. You'll see it all here on the LHSAA Network, December 12th to the 14th from the Caesars Superdome. The Prep Classic, all 8 state title games. And the games will also be shown on YurView.
Well, coming up tomorrow, it is the state volleyball championships beginning from the Cajun Dome Saturday morning at 9 a.m. We'll have 5 matches for you on the LHSA Network and also here on YurView, Cox Cable Channel 4. We'll have the state cross-country championships on Monday, and then, of course, the Prep Classic, middle of December. A little bit different of a schedule this year. As Dronette from the goal line, that should have been a touchback. This actually is going to work out for Zachary. Dronette goes down at the 1-yard line. And he's thinking that should have been a touchback. His foot was in the end zone when he caught it. That should have been an automatic touchback. Let's look at it again.
Yep, that should be a touchback. If he catches it in the end zone.
That's what he's thinking. That's a touchback. I mean, he thought for sure that the official was going to blow it dead, and now Sam Houston back down by 20 points. Got to figure out a way to go 96 yards here to retake the momentum.
Well, the first thing they got to do is make sure you get out of the shadow of your own end zone. You don't want to fumble down here. You don't want to be forced to punt from back here because you're going to give Zachary an excellent field position.
Gavin Stout. Ty Stout in motion. Gavin on the move. Gavin zips one, incomplete. Getting back to the format, or the schedule, I should say, of the Prep Classic. Instead of having the 3 games on Saturday, they're going to have just 2. That's because the Saints are playing the next day, and the NFL, they want to get inside the dome and get everything ready. I mean, last year, we played a game on Saturday night, but apparently this year,
well, the Saints may have had an out-of-town game the next day.
No, last year they played a game the next day, and I don't know. I don't know what the difference is, but
probably got slower workers.
I guess maybe so. Stop the safe pass here to Drew Bailey. Bailey's got the first down, staying on his feet as he gets up to the 18, 17-yard line. Sam Houston, and there is an injured Bronco, Sam Houston Bronco. So the training staff coming out to take a look at the injured player. And that is Ty Stout, who is down on the ground. So we'll have 3 games on Thursday, 3 on Friday, and then the Division I and both Division I non-select and states, I'll get this right, the non-select and the select Division I championships on Saturday. Next week, we will have another game for you here on YurView. We'll be somewhere Friday night, and the playoff matchups we get to see the big boys get out there, right? I mean, Zachary, it's just, here they come into this game as a 9, or as a 11 seed, excuse me. Very rare. Usually they're getting the first round bye, or they're a high seed. They're in the top. They're a top 5 seed. But here tonight, as an 11 seed, they got to get. This is tough. And then, like I say, they got Rustin coming up next week, so it's not going to get any easier next week. 14 seed. I was saying 11 seed.
Yeah,
14 seed exactly. Knew that wasn't sounding right when I was saying 11 seed. First down and 10 at the 19. Two turnovers here for Sam Houston. They have been very detrimental here for them here in this third quarter.
Bailey running hard, breaking tackles. Bailey trying to stay on his feet as he got up to the 25-yard line. This kid runs hard too, Greg.
Well, I tell you, he's exciting to watch as well. I mean, he just bounces right off the tackles. I mean, you watch him come inside, you get two people hit him, he's just going to bounce right off one, and then he just gets away from another one. This really good piece of running.
Second down and about 5 now here for Sam Houston. Drew Bailey probably pushing close to 1,800 yards on the season based on what he's doing here tonight. More formation, more shifting here for Sam Houston. Blitz coming. Pass is complete. Dronette. And he gets hit shy of the first down. 3rd down and 2. Another 3rd down situation coming up here.
Well, Sam Houston that time tried to throw a little wide receiver screen in behind the blitz that they anticipated coming, but a good job for Zachary by running to the football and not allowing them to pick up the first down.
3rd down and 2. Let's see if Drew Bailey gets the football here. 3-down lineman for Zachary. And keeping it is actually going to be Gavin Stout, and he's got the first down to the 34. And they move the chains, and again, this Sam Houston team not going to go down easy here tonight.
One of the few times that we've seen the quarterback keep the football on that drive tonight.
Yep. Good job on the read option there for Gavin Stout. Walker leading Dutchtown 34-14. Of course, it was Dutchtown and Zachary last year in the semifinals. In a game, going down is the quarterback, Sean Hamilton, the 3-year starter, gets the big-time sack. And Gavin Stout, who's done such a good job getting away from potential sacks, could not get away from that one.
Well, Zachary did a good job of collapsing the pocket from the inside out. There was no place for the quarterback to go on that one.
They lost 9 yards on that play, all the way back to the 25. They got to get to the 44. 2nd down and 19. Now they try to set up the screen, and it's nearly intercepted. Boy, oh boy, this Zachary defense looking much better here in the second half after giving up 28 points in the second quarter. That ball was knocked down defensively by Carter Brown, a junior defensive lineman.
Carter Brown did a good job of reaching out and knocking the football down. I tell you what, now from Zachary, you got to come with the blitz. You got to pressure. You can't let him sit back there and try to throw the ball deep. It's going to be 3rd down and long, and you got a penalty on top of it.
So 3rd down and 19. 35 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. Let's see what kind of magical play Gavin Stout can perform here. It's going to take something big for them to get this first down. Stout going deep, trying to get it to Ty Stout, and it's incomplete. Ty Stout looking for the flag. It's not going to happen, and the punt team's got to come on for Sam Houston.
Yeah, Sam Houston, you got to punt it away. Although it's tempting, you got to punt it away, stay in the ball game. Put your defense out there. Hope you can get a stop or a turnover as you get into the 4th quarter here.
Trey Chaney is the return man. Wilson Bell punts it away. Not a great punt at all. Another shank here tonight. And that is about a 17-yard punt. That's about it. 42-yard line. Zachary has outstanding field position. And this is almost identical to what we saw in the first quarter. Zachary up by basically 3 touchdowns, and they have the ball with an opportunity to put the game away.
Yeah, just don't turn it over. Get the ball in the end zone. Even if you don't score a touchdown, just a field goal is going to make it very tough for Sam Houston to come back.
So at the 40-yard line here, got to protect the football. This 3rd quarter been dominated by Zachary. Well, you always hear the tale of 2 halves, but this has been, each quarter has been, one team is completely dominated, and 3rd quarter has belonged to Zachary. From the 40-yard line here, Gonzalez wants to throw. Pressure coming from the backside, and he completes the pass. They get about 8 yards on that completion. as they were able to hit Jaden Cockerham, who makes a second catch in the second half. That is probably the final play of the third quarter. A 3-touchdown third quarter. Davicio Ruffin, 6 touchdowns last week. He's got 6 touchdowns here tonight. And the Zachary Broncos, they lead it by 20 over Sam Houston, 48-28. 12 more minutes left to go on Game Time, presented by McDonald's.
If it weren't a drink from McDonald's, you wouldn't try this hard.
Right now, order any size frozen drink or iced coffee for just $1.99 or get a medium lemonade for $2.49. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I bet you there's no better feeling than celebrating a touchdown with a fancy touchdown dance. Why don't you show us a few moves for when we get big settlements?
You just got to get into it first. You got to run into it and you got to... I can't do that. Start putting that arm back there now.
We can call this the diggity shovel.
I like that, the diggity shovel.
Laborde Earls,
proud partners with Jamal Williams.
I love commercials.
For over 75 years, the Butcher AC family has helped cool South Louisiana's homes and businesses with high quality, dependable, and professional air conditioning, sales, and service. A clear line of communication with a true voice, gathering your information and dispatching it to our professional team gets you the quick response and comfort of a job well done.
Butcher, a name you can trust.
Right now, get rebates and special financing during Butcher's 75-year anniversary celebration.
It's hard to stop a train.
I'm fixing to celebrate in flavor, be king of grill night, and best of all, make fond memories. Bump your backyard socials up a notch with Guidry's Catfish. Find us online or in a grocery store near you, and get fixin' with Guidry's Catfish.
Well, quite a light show that they have here in between quarters, between the third and fourth quarter in Zachary, as the Broncos leading Sam Houston 48-28. Jeff Palermo, Greg Bowser, and Derry Beckwith with you. Glad you could join us here on this first round playoff game in Division I non-select. Broncos 2nd down and 7. And that is not Ruffin, or that would have been maybe a touchdown if that was Ruffin carrying the football. Instead, that was Traylon Sept, who all he did was just move the chains.
Yeah, just keep moving the chains. And again, they've got that offensive line that's doing a tremendous job. I hate to keep talking about it, but they're doing such a great job up front. Most of the time you see running backs that make people miss in the hole and do that. Here, you didn't. Zachary's running backs, you hadn't have to do that. All you had to do is just get him to go straight ahead. There's nobody there.
Well, as you mentioned, the same 5 guys have started all season long for Zachary. Cliff Webb is a 3-year starter up there, a constant at left tackle. Ian Boyd has been kind of the surprise of that group at left guard. As another carry here for Sepp, trying to get around the corner, gets shoved out of bounds by Cooper Smith. Ian Boyd, as I mentioned, been the surprise of the group, has played really extremely well from the left guard. Braden White is the center, very smart young man. And obviously Ruffin kind of makes it all go with his ability to burst through the line of scrimmage, and then once he's in the secondary, he's hard to bring down.
Yeah, he's a big home run threat from anywhere on the field.
2nd down and 4 here in Zachary, up by 20, about ready to put this game away. Right up the middle, and that's going to be no, it's not Theodore. That is Jacarius Johnson who gets into the end zone. There is a flag though at the 8, so let's see what that call is. Jacarius Johnson on the carry, but I think it's coming back.
Jacarius Johnson made some good moves in the hole. I mean, can you believe this is not the starting tailback here?
No. Holding, number 8 offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 2nd down.
Johnson, the junior running back. We'll watch it again.
You watch him get in the hole. See, he gets in there, and all of a sudden, there's nobody there. One move to the outside, and he gets in the holding.
Was that the holding penalty they called?
Wow. Wasn't much of a hold there.
Cockerham got called for it, but I don't know about that one. I haven't seen too many penalties here tonight, but that might not have been a penalty. Zachary is inside the Hope Credit Union red zone. Hope Credit Union, brighter futures begin with hope.
First and 10 now at the 18-yard line after the holding penalty. Basically just wiped out that entire play. It's a do-over. I bet you'll run the same play. Sam Houston bringing a blitz. They get rid of it, get the ball, and not much happening there for Cockerham as he is brought down quickly. Good job defensively by Caden Guillory, a junior linebacker, making the tackle in space.
Caden Guillory, he really played this well. It was just a screen to the outside, and he was able to get out there and stop it for no gain.
Tell you this about Sam Houston's defense. Other than the 2 long pass plays, and every time Ruffin runs the ball, they're doing a good job on against everybody else. It's just Ruffin has been that much of a difference maker here tonight. There's about a loss of 1 on that play. Johnson gets another carry as he tries to run right back up the middle, and that time they're able to get a hold of him and bring him down to the turf at the 14. And they got him on actually forward progress to the 13. So 7-yard run, 3rd down coming up. Still no Ruffin on the field here for Zachary.
Zachary taking the time. And again, any score, even a field goal, is going to make it a lot harder for Sam Houston to come back.
Just want to avoid the turnover. That's the biggest thing at this point. Cockerham is the wide receiver to the near side. Johnson again in the backfield here with Caleb Gonzalez surveying the defense. They give it to Johnson. Johnson that time is brought down after a gain of a yard. Coming in there and making the tackle is Keaton Sagne, a senior, 95 tackles. He's got that long hair going. Nearly covers up his jersey.
They're going to take the field goal here.
Coach Davis says that he doesn't think Sagne has cut his hair since he's been at Sam Houston. A great student, a 4.2 GPA, has an offer from Millsaps College. So yeah, they'll try the field goal. Costa on the field goal try. This is going to be 28 yards.
Plenty of room.
And it's good. And Zachary now extends its lead to 23, 51-28. We'll be back after this here on Game Time, presented by McDonald's.
Game Time on Your View is brought to you by Hampton Toyota. Hampton has it. Make some epic memories this football season with cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that signature Cane sauce. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love. Resources for human development. Together we're better. Together we're RHD. Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics. Discover the Quest difference. Now with 2 locations in Lafayette and Opelousas.
Our dealership is named after our family, and that's not changing. Since 2001, Hampton Toyota's family has grown to include you, customers, and coworkers who we've worked with to build trust, commitment, and form meaningful relationships. At Hampton, just like in our name, Toyota comes second. And that's okay, because we're not just selling cars, we're a local family business from one generation to the next.
Papa, Hampton has it.
Boom, Hampton's hot.
51-28, Zachary leading Sam Houston here in the 4th quarter. The Broncos, after a rough second quarter where they allowed Sam Houston to score 4 touchdowns to tie the football game at 28. Davicchio Ruffin could be facing the Ruston Bearcats defense next week. It would be a rematch of last year's Division I non-select state championship game that was won by the Ruston Bearcats, as Ruston winning their first state championship since 1990 last year when they defeated Zachary. And that was a really good game, but Ruston was just the better team and pulled away at the end, winning that game 31-17. For Zachary, this would improve their record to 7-3 on the season. This is a program that has won 37 games, actually now 40 games now in 3+ seasons. Let's send it down to the field, and Derry Beckwith with this ITI Technical College sideline report.
It's been a different second half with the Zachary defense. Talking to Coach Brewerton at the end of the first half, he said they just have to tackle better. And I think sometimes in football we overcomplicate things. If you tackle, if you're physical, if you block, you can put yourself in a position to win the football game. I think the second half, that's what the Zachary defense did in the first, and then also just hand the ball off to Davika or Ruffin, and everything will work out.
I honestly think, Darian, when they got up 21-0, this Zachary defense thought they can just coast to a victory. I think they underestimated how good Sam Houston is offensively. Bailey on the carry, gets about 5.
And I think Sam Houston did some things offensively that they really weren't prepared for. They started to do motion and a lot of shifting around and creating some mismatches and coverages.
And also, last week, if they play against Calicut did a lot of motion offensively. I know Sam Houston watched that film, and they did that tonight. Did a lot of motion, getting running backs out the backfield, and getting one-on-one matchup with receivers. And Zachary had a hard time adjusting in the first half, but the second half they were able to hone in, adjusted the motion, and played sound, disciplined defensive football.
Tyson Kimball and Detroit Posey combined on the sack. Second time Gavin Stout has been sacked here tonight.
Well, this is a coverage sack. There's no place for him to go with the football. The protection was fairly good, but all of a sudden it breaks down because there's no place to throw the football, and the quarterback's got to eat it.
3rd down and 8, under 8 minutes to go, as Zachary is taking control of this game in the second half. They lead it 51-28. Another 3rd and long. Sam Houston is 6 of 12 on 3rd downs here tonight. Swinging out to Bailey. Bailey's got to make a couple guys miss, and he can only, oh man, he really snuck up down that far sideline.
And I think he's going to come up about 2 yards short of the first down, where they're going to mark him. But I think if you're Sam Houston, you got to go for it on 4th down. If it's 4th and 2, you got to go for it.
Man, I think he deserves a better spot than they gave him.
Well, I think he might have been out of bounds. I think they made a pretty good spot. Yeah, see, he's right there. He's out of bounds.
Okay, all right. 4th down, and we'll call it a long one.
This is one, if I'm Sam Houston, this is one where I want to put my quarterback on the move and get him outside the pocket, give him a run-pass option.
Let's see what they do. They want to try a quick pass here, and it's incomplete. Off the hands of Aiden Rose. We've seen these Sam Houston receivers make great catches all night long, but that time Rose could not bring it in. And they turn it over on downs, and here comes the Zachary offense again.
Well, this is a back shoulder throw, and they're trying to get the quarterback Rose to be able to come down with it. He almost did, but that's a tough catch.
And again, these kids like Rose and Ty Stout have made some terrific catches here tonight, but that one could not, and that one pretty much does it. Zachary here up 51-28. And the Broncos, with facing the Ruston Bearcats next week, they have brought in their backups at this point.
Yeah, we got a backup quarterback in the game.
Henry Green is in the football game. Henry Green has not completed a pass this season, and they'll run the football here. And there's Sam Houston's defense. It's a little bit more noticeable now that Ruffin is not out there. Is getting the carry was Jeremy Patton, a sophomore running back, as they get a yard as Zachary recognizing that they got this one in control, and they got a big test coming up next week facing the Bearcats.
Yeah, they got Henry Green, the backup quarterback, in there. He's a senior.
And we were talking,
playing time.
Yeah, we were talking about it. I mean, there was a question mark on whether Caleb Gonzalez was going to play tonight. Had an abdominal injury that he suffered in that loss to Catholic High, but David Brewerton said, hey, Henry Green has been around the program for a while. He has complete trust that he can get the job done. Oh, well, somebody didn't know the right play there, so Green's got to run it, and Green's going to try to get as many yards as he possibly can as he fights to get to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, just turned the wrong way and had to put his head down and pick up as much yards as he can.
So 3rd down and 5.
The clock's running. It'll be under 6 minutes by the time they snap this ball. And if you're Zachary, you're in no hurry to snap it.
Bird a winner over Woodlawn of Baton Rouge tonight, 20-0 the final score there. Huntington beat Hammond 34-6. Great game. Run off the left side. Good carry here from Patton all the way to the 10-yard line. Good ball game between Covington and Barb tonight. And Covington just took the lead. St. Aug has a huge lead over Carencro, 37-7. But Covington just scored a go-ahead score against Barb with 42 seconds left. Westgate leading Sanoma 28-13. Good to see Westgate got it going. When we saw them, they were a banged-up team after all those injuries that they had suffered. And there's a flag down.
We got a procedure call on the offense.
Play, first down.
Lakeshore over Wayne, 48-14. Mandeville a winner tonight over Thibodaux, 31-16. West Monroe beat Parkway 35-14. Iota shut out Assumption 24-0. Chalmette a 3-point win over Terrebonne 20-17. Pope John Paul, a team that hasn't had much success. They're beating they defeated Holy Savior Menard 39-14. St. Charles Catholic a winner over Northside. On the move here is Henry Green. He just slides down. Southside, they defeated Live Oak 42-10. Jesuit over Lafayette Big 45-7. Southern Lab beat Sacred Heart Ville-Platte 52-0. Kaplan rolled past North Webster 50-0. Plaquemine shut out Grant 43-zip. And earlier today, John Curtis over Brother Martin, 21-13, the final score in that one, and the first of two being played at Tad Gormley tonight. Destrehan has defeated Ouachita Parish 30-12. More flags here as you got the backups, so it's a little bit. Covington has defeated Barb 36-29.
It's going to be against the offense on this one.
Number 62 offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Got some of the backups in. You get a little sloppy with it there. 4 minutes to go in the game.
But it looks like the two 5A schools from Lake Charles going down here tonight. Barb has lost. Sam Houston will lose. But when you look at those two programs in particular, here we are in the year 2024. I mean, remember in 2020, those schools, Sam Houston, Barb, they lost their 2020 season because of Hurricane Laura. They did not play football that year. And even Coach Davis talked about it. That next year that they played in 2021, he said that they had 17 injuries that year. And he just really felt after taking a year off of football, his kids, their bodies were not right. So because they had all those injuries in 2021, a lot of the kids that are seniors here for this Sam Houston team got action as freshmen that year. And so for Chad Davis, who's in his fourth season as a head coach, I would imagine as he's watching this clock run down here with 3:23, he's probably feeling a little emotional knowing that this group that he has been with for so long, they're playing their final few minutes of high school football here tonight.
Yeah, it's been a long road for those guys. I mean, they fought through all that adversity and came back, and you make the playoffs, and they really put up a heck of a fight in this football game. I mean, they showed that they've got some toughness, and they stuck with it and came back in the game in the second quarter, made a game of it. But I think it was just too many weapons from Zachary.
Well, the offensive line, right?
Yeah,
the offensive line, and then just what Davico Ruffin can do as a running back. I mean, that's pretty special. to follow up a 6-touchdown performance with another 6-touchdown performance. I mean, you don't see that too often. It looks like they're bringing another, field goal team is going to come out here. Costa is going to come out there and try the 31-yard field goal. Kicking field goals and extra points have been an issue, so anytime you get a chance to work on it in a game setting, you want to do that if you're the Zachary Broncos. And Costa's kick is through the uprights. And it's 54-28, all Zachary here in the second half. 2 more minutes left to go. We'll be back after this here on Game Time, presented by McDonald's.
Today, it's not just how much you make that counts, it's how much you keep. At Egan Insurance, protecting your wealth is our major priority, one that comes with a promise that no matter what threatens your wealth, accident, theft, fire, or illness, we'll be there to protect your financial assets just as we have for more than 60 years. Egan Insurance. How those who've made it, keep it.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
The best red hat man in the business here tonight. This game's run smoothly here tonight, I gotta say, Greg.
It's pretty smooth, you know. Nothing unusual.
54-28, Zachary blowing out Sam Houston. This game was tied up at 28 at half.
I mean, you take a look at the game. People are going to look at the score and say, boy, it was a blowout.
Yeah.
But, Zachary was up 28-0 at one point, and then all of a sudden, this game was tied at halftime.
Yep, and the other thing is Sam Houston got the ball to begin the second half. They had the first possession, and I mentioned it going into the locker room that first possession of the second half would tell us a lot of what would happen the rest of the game. Zachary ends up stopping Sam Houston. They forced 2 turnovers in that third quarter, and it was good night after that.
Yep.
The Zachary Broncos advancing here, winning another postseason game.
That was the biggest difference in the game right there.
Yeah. So let's take a look at our defensive play of the game, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Progress and performance that never stands still. Big interception here. Picked off over the middle of the field. One of the few mistakes Gavin Stout has made. But Michael Seps was right there for the huge interception. And that was a big turning point in the game, as that was after Zachary had scored a touchdown to take the lead. Sam Houston was driving, trying to retie the football game, and then Stout throws his only interception of the night, only his 5th interception of the season, and that was it. Then there was a fumble in the third quarter, and Zachary just kind of ran away with it from there.
Yeah, just too much for Sam Houston to overcome.
Pass is going to be complete to the far side. Aiden Rose, and now this great group of senior skill position players get to go out there really basically one more last time, and I know they want to at least finish it off here with a touchdown. Tough assignment for the Sam Houston team. You get into the playoffs, hey, you're the 19th seed, you're thinking maybe we can go on the road and pull off the upset. Oh, we got to play the Zachary Broncos. But they gave it their all here tonight. Drew Bailey able to get across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And he was tackled on the play by Aiden Whitfield, a senior safety.
Watching this Sam Houston team play, you know that they've been together a while. You can tell that they've been through some tough times, because they were down 28-0, fought back, and never felt like they were out of this ball game.
No. Winding up, throwing deep, and there's another terrific catch by the Sam Houston receivers. Aiden Rose
able to hang on to that one. Good sportsmanship there between those two players, helping each other up. As Zachary Hogan was in on the coverage. Hogan had a huge strip of a fumble in that third quarter, but that was another great catch by Aiden Rose.
I mean, you watch the way Aiden Rose just tracked that football and was able to find it and make the catch.
Under 90 seconds to go here. Bailey looking for the end zone. Ends up getting tackled at the 19-yard line. Tackled by Aiden Whitfield again. And again, really good sportsmanship here between these two teams. I think there's a lot of respect. But if you're Sam Houston, you got to give all the type of respect of Zachary and what they have done when you've won 4 state championships since 2015. I mean, this is, you make the argument, they're the premier program in the state of Louisiana right now. Jump ball, and that pass is incomplete. I mean, Edna Carr, of course, is in that conversation. I would put Acadiana there. I still put John Curtis in there. It was only just a couple years ago that Curtis won another state championship. Catholic High of Baton Rouge is in there. And as far as the big-time, big schools, 3rd down and 4. Under a minute to go. Bailey gets the carry. Bailey has the first down. Bailey down the sidelines, and man, the determination there as he's trying to get into the end zone one more time in his high school football career. Came into tonight with 26 rushing touchdowns. Would like to get another.
Well, you watch him run the football, you can't tell that they're down but 28 to 54. I mean, he's just still hustling and trying to get in the end zone.
Must have stepped out of bounds at the 13-yard line because they push him back. Clock is stopped, too, with 43 seconds left. Back shoulder throw. Did he get a foot in bounds? Touchdown, another. The defender says he's got it. Hogan says that should be an interception. But instead, it's going to be a touchdown catch for Aiden Rose.
Yeah, they must be. I think what they're ruling is that they went down with the football together, and then once he was down, the defensive back took the ball away. So it's going to be a touchdown.
So the only touchdown of the half here for Sam Houston comes with 38 seconds to go. What a grab again by Aiden Rose. And yeah, you're right. The defender doesn't wrestle it away until they're both on the ground. Extra point is good. And it's now 54-35. So once again for the Zachary Broncos, remember they scored, so we watch this play again. Aiden Rose, what a great night he's had. That's at least 2 touchdown catches for him.
Tell you, these receivers from Sam Houston do a really good job of catching. They track the football when it's in the air and do a good job of catching with just their hands, keeping the ball away from their body.
Well, when I was looking at the stats, I mean, they got 4 receivers with 20 catches or more. That's pretty impressive. The leader out of that group is Dronette, who's got 36 catches coming into the game. But Zachary, it should be an interesting matchup against against Ruston next week because they scored 55 against Catholic last week, and they put up 54 here tonight. It's amazing when you think about it. In week 9, all they could do was just muster 3 points. That's almost hard to imagine after watching them play the last 2 weeks against Catholic High and then here tonight against Sam Houston.
What wide swings on offense.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's amazing.
And you watch them tonight, they did everything. They ran the football well. They threw the football well.
And the thing that David Brewerton has said about the Zachary defense, it has run hot and cold all season long. And tonight was a perfect example of it, right? They played stellar the first 3 series of the game. Then they couldn't stop Sam Houston. And then for the most part in the second half, they've been really good.
They've been good. And the big thing that Coach Brewerton wanted to talk about was getting off the field on 3rd down, getting your offense back out there, making sure that you don't turn the ball over, and make sure that you don't beat yourself, that you're thinking in the whole time and don't make mistakes. And he was able to do that in the second half. You know, a lot of credit to Zachary as well. I mean, you watched the Sam Houston team climb right back in this game in the first half. Second quarter, they came back, scored 28 points to tie the ball game up. You got the ball to start the second half, and then you watch Zachary kept their poise and took control of the football game.
Yep. Fans starting to stream out of the Bronco Corral here tonight. Hard to believe that this could be
Unless Zachary pulls off the big upset next week against Ruston, this could be the final home game of the season for Zachary. But again, I'm not going to count out the Broncos heading up to North Louisiana next week. Ruston, of course, played in such a very difficult district with Neville and Ash. Lost to both of those teams, by the way.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a kick that didn't get, he touched it before it went 10 yards, so it's going to be, I think they're going to down it right there. Zachary will have the option to take the ball, and I think they will. .36 seconds to go in this one, and before Coach Burton and his Zachary team can count their first playoff victory of the year.
Yep. Get them to 7-3. Sam Houston will finish the year, by the way, 7-4.
Yeah, personal foul. It's a dead ball personal foul against Zachary, but the ball didn't travel the necessary yards, but Zachary gets the ball anyway. They get penalized 15 yards, and they get the football. If you coach Brewton, you got to be happy with the way your team came back and played after losing a lead in the first half.
Yeah, no, and I would imagine whatever he said at halftime probably peeled some of the paint in that locker room. Could not have been happy with how his team played in the second quarter. You can sense the frustration when he was talking to Derry Beckwith before he went into the locker room. But the Zachary Broncos win once again.
I think he just wanted to make sure that they didn't beat themselves, that they stayed focused and just don't beat yourself. And they did it. They didn't do that in the second half. They made plays. They made the turnovers when they had to, forced the turnovers when they had to. And you got to be satisfied with what you saw in the second half from Zachary.
Zachary goes to 7-3. They will get on a bus next Friday and head up to Lincoln Parish to take on the defending champs in Division I non-select. Great season for Sam Houston comes to an end here tonight. We'll have more from the Bronco Corral when we come back.
I got hurt in a car wreck. Why should I call Gaucher Amadei?
Tell him why, Gaucher. Because when you're hurt, you need money. We got a client who injured their head in a wreck, $250,000.
Another of our clients had a very serious back injury, and we got them $1.2 million.
And they deserved every single penny.
We're Gaucher Amadei, your go-to lawyers.
If you're hurt in a car wreck, what do? Call 222-2222.
At Resources for Human Development, we understand that navigating the challenges of this world can be daunting. That's why we've partnered with New Orleans' health department to launch the Mobile Crisis Intervention Unit, a fourth branch of emergency response. A team of behavioral health professionals will respond immediately to your location to help you resolve your crisis. In our first 6 months, we've responded to more than 1,300 behavioral health crisis calls from the community, and we're just getting started. Learn more at rhd.org.
Quest Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics is now booking holiday appointments. Race to book your child's next cleaning today. Whether they're needing just a quick cleaning, orthodontics, or something in between, our friendly staff will make sure your child is comfortable and taken care of. And our patients under 2 get their first visit free. Now with 2 convenient and kid-friendly locations to better serve you in Lafayette behind Dino's South and Opelousas behind Lily Pad Pediatrics right off I-49. Hurry, call or visit us online to book your child's appointment today.
This time in the car gives me a few extra minutes with these two.
They said a car loan with your credit wasn't possible, but you found a new road to get there.
These little moments mean everything to me.
Hope makes it happen. With credit building resources and personal support, Hope Credit Union's tailored loan solutions make your life better, no matter your income or credit. Brighter futures begin with Hope.
At Nick's Refrigeration, more goes into servicing your AC and heating system than you realize.
Go! That's it. Good job. Good job. Bring it higher. Turn it up, boy. Get it done.
Good morning, Nick's Refrigeration.
Nick's Refrigeration. We are ready to serve your AC heating needs.
Zachary Broncos advancing to the second round of the playoffs as they defeated Sam Houston 54-35. Jeff Palermo, Greg Bowser, and Derry Beckwith, who has our player up. First of all, we're going to see the player of the game that is brought to you by Raising Cane's and, of course, Davicchio Ruffin. 6 touchdowns here tonight, Greg, following up a 6-touchdown performance the week before.
Unbelievable, and it shows both the strength, the speed, to run away from people. Watch this run. This is another one of those long runs where he just takes off and runs away from everybody. Nobody's going to catch him. You know those fast guys, they know you're not going to catch him. Don't even look back.
Unbelievable. Davicchio Ruffin is standing by with our Derry Beckwith.
Davicchio, you had 6 touchdowns in the season finale, 6 touchdowns in the first round of the playoffs tonight. That's 12 total touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. Seems like you finally caught a rhythm. What is the key?
The key is going in preparation each week, knowing that we got a job to do, and being locked in, the task in hand, and executing on Friday. And I couldn't get all the touchdowns I got without the O-line. Without the big boys up front, it wouldn't happen.
So next week you guys are going on the road to Ruston in a rematch of last year's state championship game. What is it going to take from this team to go and defeat the defending state champions?
For us to defeat them, we're going to have to be locked in from day one all the way up until Friday. No off days, like they say, no off days. You got to be mentally locked in and ready to go on Friday night.
It's your senior year. What would it mean to hoist that state championship trophy at the end of the year?
It would be a good feeling, like a really good feeling. But you know that that's kind of normal around here. You always want to be that class that comes through and gets that state championship. You know, come back and brag and you know that you got it. But yeah, that's normal, and it would feel good to have that title my senior year.
Davicchio, we have watched a lot of great running back this year. You at the top of the list, man. It's a pleasure watching. Keep good luck at the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, let's now give you our hot, cool play of the day. Brought to you by Butcher AC, Butcher Air Conditioning, a name you can trust. And Sam Houston had some big plays here tonight. And Aiden Rose with this catch, and then he outruns the Zachary defense into the end zone. 3 touchdown grabs for Aiden Rose. And Davicchio Ruffin, yeah, we've seen some great running backs. J.T. Lindsay, Harlan Berry, Dedrick Lastis. Ruffin right up in that category as well. We'll be back after this.
I've been driving Mercedes for 15 years or longer. I believe you can get all the bells and whistles in a C-Class. I just like the size. The size fits me.
Lease and save at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Offer ends September 30th.
It's this simple. You have a car and Trapp Chevrolet wants to buy it from you at absolute top dollar, and you don't even have to buy from us. It's true. We want to buy your vehicle. You won't believe how much your vehicle is worth. Just trade your vehicle in or take the cash. And while you're here, choose from our selection of new Chevy cars, trucks, crossovers, and sport utility vehicles at special savings. Find the new Chevy perfect for you and your lifestyle. So hurry in today at Trapp Chevrolet in Houma.
The Baton Rouge Clinic has been taking care of you and your children for over 75 years.
From East Ascension to West Feliciana, from Zachary to Denham Springs, we'll keep you in the game.
From your future stars to your weekend warriors, we'll keep you in the game.
From primary care to urgent care, we'll keep you in the game.
The physicians at the Baton Rouge Clinic want to wish you a healthy and successful season.
The truth is, accidents happen, and they always seem to happen at the worst possible times. It's never convenient to be injured or have unexpected medical bills. You see, the problem is we can't prepare for an accident because we never know when they're going to happen. They happen when we leave them.
As a personal injury attorney, I see every single day how injured someone can be in an accident. So that's why I've been so impressed with the features that the GLC has to offer.
Lease and save at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. Offer ends September 30th.
Let's give you our drive of the game, brought to you by Trapp Chevrolet. Trapp Chevrolet in Houma, where we're always on your side. A huge interception on the second drive of the second half for Sam Houston, and then Zachary took over. Davicchio Ruffin once again gets it going. A big run there inside the 40. Caleb Gonzalez delivering a pass there in some tight coverage, completing it. Get the ball back to Ruffin again. And we saw a lot of this just running right in between the two guards. Right, look at that, right up the A gap, right? And he's just busting through the Sam Houston defense and finding his way into the end zone for one of his 6 touchdowns here as the Zachary Broncos win it 54-35. Jeff Palermo, Greg Bowser, Derry Beckwith on the call with you tonight. What a strange game, Greg. Yeah. I mean, Zachary gets out to the 21-0 lead. It's 28-28 at half. Sam Houston gets the ball to begin the second half. They don't score, and then Zachary just runs away with it here in the second half.
And running away with it literally. They just turned around and handed it to Ruffin, and he took control of the football game with that offensive line. They moved it, the ball down the field. What I was surprised by is how easy it was for them to run the football on this Sam Houston team. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult than that. And they once they established the running game, it was tough to stop Zachary. They could throw the ball when they needed to.
Right.
And that was it.
Let's take a look at our highlights from this one. And a lot to show you. Obviously, a ton of points. But, again, that big interception early in the second half.
Yeah, to get the ball back to Zachary. And then all of a sudden, Ruffin just explodes on the scene. He breaks tackles, and he shows power. He shows strength, good vision. But Sam Houston, they weren't going to give it up. They just kept coming back, kept pushing the football.
But that was a big turnover.
Yeah, that was big. That was big.
Rose, who made so many terrific catches here tonight for Sam Houston, turning it over. And then it's more of Ruffin.
Yeah, that's what a Zachary running game took control of the football game. Ran the clock out, and just Sam Houston didn't have a chance.
Costa had a couple of field goals as well for Zachary in the second half. Here's a final touchdown for Sam Houston. A great touchdown catch by Aiden Rose. Your final stats in this one, Greg.
Well, you look at the stats, and that's going to tell the difference. I mean, the 370 yards rushing, I think that's what changed the football game around. You know, you look at Zachary, and, I think they stayed after it. But at the end of the day, it was just too much. And both teams within the yard of each other in total yards.
Wow, that's impressive. Highlights and stats sponsored by LaBorde Earls Injury Attorneys. Call all 7s or visit onmyside.com. It's been a fun night here at Zachary. Always a great time here. Love being at Zachary High. And the Broncos roll to a 54-35 victory over Sam Houston. For everyone involved with our coverage here, Derry Beckwith, Greg Bowser, I'm Jeff Palermo. We'll see you in the second round of the playoffs next Friday. Don't forget volleyball action tomorrow here on YurView, and then cross country Monday. Have a great night, everyone.
If it weren't a drink from McDonald's, you wouldn't try this hard.
Right now, order any size frozen drink or iced coffee for just $1.99 or get a medium lemonade for $2.49. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's this simple. You have a car and Trapp Chevrolet wants to buy it from you at absolute top dollar, and you don't even have to buy from us. It's true. We want to buy your vehicle. You won't believe how much your vehicle is worth. Just trade your vehicle in or take the cash. And while you're here, choose from our selection of new Chevy cars, trucks, crossovers, and sport utility vehicles.